young fella! On the Gordy! Get these legs moving. Let us see some effort. There's no pain you can't be trying. Move!
All right for some.
Indeed it is. Now, according to old Father Time here, you breasted the incline at 2 minutes plus 7 seconds.
Like a bullet.
But not the target. The target is 2 minutes precise.
Oh, that's not possible, Mr. Lynch.
Anything is possible if you put your mind to it.
But if you don't have a mind?
Now listen to me, Bernard McLevy. This man you're about to face is 2.5 stone ahead above you. I don't want to hear the sound of his bare knuckles and your bones.
I'll be round him like a wasp.
If he grabs you close, cracks your ribs, you are a dead man.
No a chance.
Listen to me. All you have is your speed and that left hand. You poke it in his face till he's stone blind, then double him over, and after that...
The pickaxe, left hook.
No less. A downward blow and the fight is over. Tough Richmond will not rise to the mark, and we can get back to Glasgow away from this freezing bloody wind.
It's from the east.
What?
The wind.
Speed and stamina, that will save you. Now, back down that hill.
If you say so, Mr. Lynch.
Hey, my woolly bonnet!
You weren't fast enough, sir.
Give me back my bonnet!
I come and get it.
You'll regret this, Bernard McLevy. All right. Back to the grind. 2 minutes, that's the target. If you miss the target, you pay the price. You pay the price, son.
Some folks say that sugar biscuits are bad for the health, but I don't find them so. They stick in my teeth from time to time, but then everything does. Other than that, I'm in fine fettle. However, it was brought to my notice last night when Constable Mulholland and I were pursuing a picky-fingered member of the fraternity through the streets of Leith that I lagged a touch behind in the chase. I have always regarded anything above walking velocity as somewhat unnatural, but it could not escape my notice when I finally caught up with the constable who had already brought down and cuffed the suspect, that I was peching somewhat. Pech, I went. I caught a reflection of myself in a shop window, not an edifying sight. I'd lost my hat, my hair was standing up on end, and I appeared to be somewhat bulbous. Of course, it is a well-known fact that glass can distort the finest lines, but even so, look at someone like Jean Brash, a body housekeeper who dotes on pastries, yet the woman doesn't put on an ounce. Nay justice. Perhaps fewer biscuits, less red meat, and more vegetables. Yet what are vegetables? Roots, nothing but roots. Carrots, potatoes, neeps, all lurking in their graves. I am James McLevy, Inspector of Police. My parish is Leith in the city of Edinburgh, and I may be forced to contemplate some kind of self-improvement. Pech. What a prospect.
Well?
Give me a second.
Twist or stick?
It's a hard decision, Mistress Brash.
Hannah, the game is 21. 21. That's the target. If your cards add up to 16 or over, you can stick. Otherwise, you have to twist. So what is it to be?
Twist. No. Stick. No, twist.
Oh, for God's sake.
Jack of diamonds, bucket. Your fault.
How so, if I may ask?
You tricked me.
Hannah Semple, you are the world's worst loser.
Gambling's a mug screen. How come I get the bank?
Because it's my body hoose, the just land, and I run the show. Another hand?
No thanks. A mug scheme.
Suit yourself.
Aye, well. Let's get the girls out of their beds. No rest for the wicked.
Hannah, did you not tell me that Donald McKeever wishes to marry you?
He's been hinting.
The man's a gambler.
He's got to give it up.
I wouldn't bet on it.
He gave his word.
Words are cheap. Solitaire. No broken hearts.
McLevy, Constable Mulholland here tells me you were a bit out of puff last night.
I was on the scene.
Eventually.
I became champion runner at my school, the race to the swiftest, Inspector.
Your servant I, Lieutenant Roach.
Mens sana in corpore sano.
Latin, I'll be bound, sir.
Indeed, healthy in body, healthy in mind.
Come on, Mulholland, time we're off on the saunter. Crime is a hungry beast.
I'm sure the exercise will do you good. And you might wend your way towards the Leith Links. There's a relative of yours, I believe, will be in action there shortly.
A Glasgow type. Same name. No relation.
I don't know how the promoters of this fight found permission from the City Council, but they've managed so, and our parish will be infested with the riffraff that follows such events.
Not all, sir. My Aunt Katie is a great follower of the sweet science.
Nothing sweet about it. Two grown men battering hell out of one another for the edification of a howling mob.
A blood sport, always with us.
Since when?
Before the time of Christ. Africa. Everything comes from the Dark Continent.
Well, no doubt the same pocket delvers and riffraff are on hand then to ply their trade.
I doubt the Delvers would prosper.
Why is that?
The natives, mostly naked, sir. No pockets.
Go away, the pair of you. Leith Links, report to me what damage is being rendered to the fabric of our civilization by this barbaric assembly.
Homo homini lupus.
I beg your pardon.
Latin, I'd say once more.
I know it's Latin.
Man is wolf unto man. Come on, Mulholland. Try to keep up.
Ladies and gents, good people of Edinburgh, it is my pleasure to stand before you in all my manly vigour and introduce myself as Toff Richmond, pugilist extraordinary. I have had 25 fights, and in all these bouts, as you can see from my handsome face, not one has marked me. I heal quickly, ladies. You may scratch me with your little nails, and your husbands will never see the evidence. Now, allow me to demonstrate a technique that has enabled me to survive violent encounters, the Richmond squeeze. I need a pretty girl. You certainly meet the requirements, young lady. Come forward. What is your name, if I may be so bold?
Sally,
And do you have a boyfriend, Sally?
sometime.
Even better. Now, I want you to stand close to me. So, that's it. I shall put my hands behind my back, and I want you to lift back your fist and smash it into my face.
Are you sure?
I am indeed. Ready?
Uh-huh.
On the count of 3, all may join. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gents, the Richmond squeeze.
She cracked my corset.
He's fast, Bernard.
Aye, when a lassie's punching.
Truth told, not a mark on him. I'll wager he'll box and retreat, slip, bob, duck and dive, counter and angle, laugh at you, show you up, and then, when the balance is lost, when you overreach in your anger, he'll make his move. Bust in your ribs and hurl you down.
Tomorrow we'll see the real thing in action, my friends, and there will be only one winner, Toff Richmond!
Come on, that's enough buffoonery.
He's a big lump. Right enough.
You'll cut him down to size, Bernard. Fast hands, fast feet, no close quarters.
Well, if it isn't Govan's finest, skin and bones McLevy.
Built for speed, Joe.
The bookies mark him favourite, but I don't see it myself.
Time can reveal.
Toff Richmond will crush him like a peppercorn.
I don't think so.
Oh, you know nothing, sonny boy.
You see this fist, Mr. Ritchie?
I do.
You see your face?
Uh-huh.
Now, I held that a quarter inch off your nose. Now, Maura, I'll be punching through.
Come on, Bernard. Don't waste energy.
A little birdie tells me you won't come up to scratch, young sir. And I always listen to the little birdies.
After all I've done for you,
What?
you clyped on me to the lieutenant. A deliberate clype.
I merely remarked that you arrived tardy on the scene and a trifle out of breath.
You clyped.
Age catches up on all of us, sir. Especially if you're on the slow side.
James McLevy, what a sight for sore eyes.
Jean Brash. What are you doing here?
I came to take the air.
Here?
It's very bracing, ma'am.
Isn't it just, Constable?
Mulholland, when you've done with the gibble-gabble, you might observe wee Sammy Wackman on the edge of that crowd about to delve, over and whisper in his ear, that if seen once more in the vicinity, I will not warn him next time.
Your servant, aye, sir.
The constable's in grand form.
Hopefully it won't last.
Why persecute Sammy? Hasn't he done a thing?
Not yet. But if he does and is caught, it's a third left. That entails a long haul in the Perth Penitentiary. And he has a wife with 5 snottery children.
That's decent of you, James. Oh, look, there's your namesake.
Well, that's as far as it goes.
Skips like a goat.
Eh? Who does?
The Glasgow boy.
Oh, too skinny.
Toff Richmond is built like a Greek god.
I know the predicament.
Come for coffee soon. We miss you at the Just Land. Come for coffee. I have a new aroma, melting horizons.
Is it Lebanese?
To the last grinding. You must excuse me, James. A woman's work is never done.
Melting horizons, eh? You can come out now, Donald McKeever.
Oh, there you are, Inspector. You saw me then?
A man leaping sideways behind a barrel is hard to miss.
Is Hannah Semple with Jean by any chance?
What are you up to, Donald?
Oh, just surveying the scene.
That pair of dandified gentry addressing themselves to Jean Brash. Who are they under the hat?
Rankin and McCall, that's the promoters, along with her, of course.
What?
Now, the word is she's invested a fair sum.
Aha, that would explain the council's by your leave. A quorum take their pleasure at the Just Land. Is there no limit to that woman's machinations?
No limit.
That big flashy bugger over there by the tent. I don't recognise him either.
Joe Ritchie, I hardly know him. Glasgow man, deep pockets. Word is he's plunged heavy.
On what fighter?
A large wager was laid this morning upon Toff Richmond.
And what about those 2 Keeleys alongside?
They guard Joe's person, scare people off.
Ugly enough. So who's your money on, Donald?
Me? Oh, I've given up gambling. A mug's game. I have more important things on my mind.
Well, don't let me detain you.
Eh? All right. A mug's game, Inspector. Good day to you, Constable.
Good day, Mr. McKeever. Back at your command, sir.
What took you so long?
And Sammy glimpsed me made off like a whippet.
I'm sure you caught up.
I did indeed. Message delivered. Life's full panoply stretches before us, sir.
Indeed it does. And I smell a rat.
What?
Somebody's up to something. I can smell it in the air. Corruption.
All I get is sausages from the fire.
That's the difference between you and me, Mulholland. That's the difference. Sausages.
Oh my, a naked man.
Eh? No, I have my breeches on.
They're awfully tight.
How did you get in here?
That wee fellow's out front of the tent, so I slid in under the back.
I saw you. With Toff Richmond.
Oh, he has girls left, right and centre. I wanted to catch you. Up close.
What's the verdict?
White skin. You'll mark easy.
I'm too fast for that.
Ah, you're fast at everything.
I'm not sure.
Better dry yourself.
Oh? Aye. Thanks.
Let me attend the back.
I can manage.
No. My treat. Your privilege. Turn round, my manny. Well, what's the verdict?
Dry as a bone.
What's going on here?
What's it look like?
You get out, you little baggage.
Keep your bonnet on, old man. Just 'cause nobody gives you wee rub-a-dub. I'll be shouting for you, Bernard McLevy. Don't disappoint me now.
I'll do my best.
On your way.
If you win, you get the prize, Bernard.
Well, McLevy, how was your perambulation?
All quiet in the city?
In some parts, perhaps. And how were the protagonists on the links?
Fighting fit, sir, but I think I could give them a run. I'm handy with the dukes.
I see young McLevy is favourite, even though he comes in at under 11 stone. Too light for the heavies, too heavy for the lights. An unlucky weight.
I thought you knew nothing about the boxing.
Oh, you pick things up. For instance, while you two were dithering on the saunter, I was making an arrest.
You?
And why not, pray? Not an hour ago I was on my way home when I observed a wee shifty type on the edge of a crowd round a street singer. I saw him dip into a pocket, made my catch, and hauled the fellow back here to be charged. All by myself.
Tell me it isn't so.
I'll check out the cells.
Is Mrs. Roach a devotee of the sweet science?
She prefers the opera, Italian.
An exotic and irrational entertainment.
What discerning soul said that?
Dr. Samuel Johnson.
The dictionary fellow?
The very same.
Sergeant Murdoch, do you have these charge papers to hand? You must excuse me, McLevy. I am a busy man.
Well?
We Sammy Workman. Crying his eyes out. Your warnings were in vain.
They usually are, Mulholland. They usually are.
What's wrong? No hungry?
You nervy, Bernard?
Maybe. Good.
Is that black pudding on the plate?
It is indeed.
Looks delicious.
Help yourself.
Thank you. Excuse fingers. Oh, very nice. This tavern makes fine provender.
Who are you?
James McLevy, Inspector of Police.
You're the thief taker.
I am indeed. We share a name.
But you're an East Coaster.
Parted company somewhere in the past. Is that chap at Tatty's?
Aye. Use a fork.
Oh, you're too kind. Very nice. The bookies favour you, Bernard.
I'll win.
Bernard is undefeated.
Always the first time.
Toff Richmond comes up square. Bernard will be side on, left extended right before the chest, hard to hit. If Toff moves in, he'll get one or two dug into the ribs just to keep him honest. I taught Bernard so, and that left hand of his is like a rattlesnake.
Let us prove the truth of that. I place this piece of black pudding right in the centre of the table here. We both put our fists to the side edge, me the right, Bernard the left. You give the word, Mr. Lynch.
If you wish it so.
This is daft.
Ready? Steady. Now.
Very nice.
That's faster than he looks. Again.
One further piece, ready or not.
Now.
Very nice.
Well, at least you got him eating. One more.
Let us remain in equality.
I'm happy enough with that.
My bookmaker friends tell me there's a run of heavy betting on Toff Richmond. Take care of yourself, Bernard. I'll keep my eye open for you. Good night, gentlemen.
No bad for a policeman, eh?
They can't be trusted, Bernard. Never let them up on your blind side.
Donald McKeever, what are you doing here?
Visiting?
But it's a body house.
It's your place of work, Hannah.
No for the likes of you.
Donald, come and join us. Leave that old biddy alone.
I'm Hannah Semple, the right hand of Jean Brash and keeper of the keys of the Just Land. One word from me and you'll be out in your ear.
Oh, heartfelt apologies, madam. I mistook ye quite. I am reprimanded.
How did you hook up with that scruff?
He's a new acquaintance. Mr. Ritchie, he and his companions were seeking entertainment. I suggested the Just Land. Thought you'd welcome the custom.
I don't need procurement.
That was not my intention, Hannah.
Aye. And I was hasty spoken. Right enough it was a quiet night. What's his profession, this Mr. Ritchie?
He's a speculator.
What about the big fellow come in with him?
That was Mr. Richmond.
Toff Richmond, the boxer. Ritchie's a gambler, isn't he?
He speculates.
Have you fallen in bad company, Donald McKeever?
I have not.
I cannot put my trust in the Jack of Diamonds.
Well, what is given, Hannah? Now, how about we leave these folk to their pleasures and sample the delights of a hot chocolate in the side room?
I'm surprised to see you here, Mr. Richmond.
I admire your garden.
I'm still surprised.
I get restless before a fight, Mistress Brash. I need diversion.
Does it not sap your strength?
I've never found it so.
I hope not. I have invested in you.
You'll be rewarded.
What are your chances tomorrow?
If I catch him, I can bring him down.
But you're not certain.
In the lap of the gods.
What is your real name?
Jeremy. Jem Richmond.
They say you're bastard issue from a lord of the manor.
That's for show. I'm rightful born to a village blacksmith.
That would explain the physique.
My inheritance. Toff Richmond in all his manly vigour, seeking diversion.
And you're sure that such activity does not lead to a lack of impetus?
The opposite, in my experience.
Well, we must do everything in our power to assist you, sir.
There is a curious excitement in the air, and it does not sit well with me. It's as if this contest, this primitive collision of blood and bone, has gingered up the city. What is this stirring in the civic loins, especially the women? I observed in particular at Leith Links a flush to their cheeks, a hectic note to the laughter, hair blown this way and that by the east wind, and I also sensed a dark undercurrent that was part of the excitement. Bernard McLevy, not an ounce of flesh on him, like a stick compared to Richmond, but his fists upon the tavern table seemed as if they'd been carved out of rock, pickled so, and his eyes grey like mine, like a wolf. A wolf in a cage. I was distracted from my vegetable resolution by that black pudding at the old ship, and then followed on with a singed sheep's head. I fear I'm irredeemably carnivorous. But I'm still in prime condition for catching those who break the law, am I not? Anything else is immaterial, is it not? One thing for sure. This brew is not melting sunset, and it's playing merry hell with the black pudding.
Oh, well, the whole world is here today, sir.
So it would seem. That slope up was a killer.
Not to me. Ran 5 miles this very morning. Didn't draw breath.
That's nice.
What about yourself?
I was too tired. Bad sleep.
Why's that?
Indigestion. Oh, that's a cold blast.
Doesn't touch me. I am rendered immune.
Have you ever heard of hubris?
Is it a Greek dish?
It is what happens when you tempt the wrath of the gods by vainglorious utterance.
I merely state the fact, sir. I am young, healthy, and I guard my vitality.
And I don't. Is that your assertion?
If the cap fits, Inspector.
If the gods don't get you, Mulholland, then I will. I swear it.
Inspector! Oh, thank the Lord you're here.
Not often you say that, Hannah.
The mistress is in a fine state.
What's wrong, ma'am?
The Glasgow boy has flown the coop.
The coop?
Are you deaf? The bloody coop! He's gone, Inspector. Not a trace. Vanished off the face of the earth.
I'm a heavy sleeper, see. I relied on Bernard to wake me up, but he didn't, so I did wake up. And his bed was all jumbled, but he wasn't there.
We've established that much.
And then I thought, maybe he's got restless, gone for a run, be at the tent here waiting, but no such thing. No such thing.
And you can think of no other place?
No, it's just the lodgings, the tavern to scoff, the links to train. Routine. You can set your clock by us.
Perhaps somebody did.
Eh?
Routine can be anticipated.
Kidnap? A forced removal?
But surely Mr. Lynch would have heard.
I'm a heavy sleeper.
Maybe the boy just ran for it.
I've looked into Bernard McLevy's eyes, Hannah. He's not the kind to run.
Who would benefit from this?
Anyone who backed Toff Richmond.
We'll solve nothing standing here. Come on, Mulholland.
I'll come with you. Hannah, you wait with Mr. Lynch. If anything happens, you come and find me.
Where will you be?
I don't know. That woman drives me to distraction.
Nothing compared with Mulholland.
What happens if the fight doesn't?
Toff Richmond is declared winner, and I am ruined.
How so?
The bookies will pay out, and under terms of contract, I am liable for all debts incurred if I do not produce the 2 fighters. Ruined.
What about your co-promoters, Rankin and McCall, the fancy Dan?
They didn't turn up this morning, and the prize money has gone.
Oh dear, not a good day so far.
All my plans ruined.
Every cloud has a silver lining.
Who are you searching out, sir?
That's my business. No luck. When is the fight due?
Not long now.
You'll have to find a way of pushing it back.
Jean Brash. Not long now, eh?
No.
A supreme contest. Looking forward to it.
So am I, Mr. Ritchie.
You don't look so.
What?
You don't look supreme. Best of luck, Mistress Brash, and may the best man win.
I don't like him.
He's a bit heavy on the tough.
Suspect, then.
among we many others. And if you notice, Mulholland, he did not have a large bag over his shoulder with a body inside.
Not to the naked eye.
And something else you should have noted.
What was that?
What was not on hand. Lieutenant Roach, what a surprise.
Ah, McLevy. There you are.
And so are you.
Uh-huh. Well, I've just came to take the air.
There's a lot of that going on.
What are we going to do, James?
I have not a clue.
Is something amiss?
A small problem.
One of the fighters turned up missing.
Who?
The Glasgow protagonist.
Oh, that's terrible.
We have to find a way to delay the contest until I get my hands on the boy.
And how exactly does one accomplish that?
Ladies and gentlemen, a treat before the main event. I introduce for your entertainment my sparring partner, Albert Gulliver.
My God, he's a man mountain.
It is always my custom to let Albert have a few rounds with one of the fancy before I take the stage.
Got you!
What?
I've just seen my quarry. By the sausages.
Come on now, gents. Which one of you is man enough, fit for action, and handy with the jokes?
That is your cue, Mulholland.
Eh?
You keep Albert occupied until I get back. Lieutenant Roach, you can be Mulholland's second.
To do what?
Mop up the blood. Jean Brash, it's all in your hands.
What am I to do?
What you're good at. Machination.
I'm not up for this, sir.
Hubris, Mulholland. You've been blowing your trumpet. Time to face the music. Hubris!
Mr. Richmond, I have a volunteer.
Hey? Mistress Brash, here I am, standing proud.
And so you should be. Constable Mulholland presently will challenge your man mountain.
I'll be in smithereens, sir. Nil desperandum, Constable. The ring is 24 feet square, and once inside you must do what I did at school when the big boys chased the hammer hell out of me.
Run.
Yes, exactly. Run for your life.
Donald McKeever, swallow that sausage.
Inspector, fancy seeing you?
Fancy. You lied to me, Donald.
Eh?
You told me you had slight acquaintance with Joe Ritchie, but when I made my rounds of the bookies late yesterday, I saw the two of you, heads together, like horses in a field. What were you up to, Donald?
Nothing, I swear. What's all this about?
Young Bernard is missing. Toff Richmond will be declared winner.
What? Oh, hell's teeth.
Explain yourself.
I bet all my money on the Glasgow boy.
I don't believe it.
Here, there's my proof of wager.
I thought you'd forsworn to gamble.
A man in love will promise much, but nothing changes underneath.
So what is between you and Ritchie?
Well, I knew he had plunged heavy on the Toff, so I made myself available, friendly like.
To keep a close eye, in case he got up to something.
That was the idea.
Unlike Mulholland, it did not escape my notice that these two Keeleys who kissed Joe's backside were not with him this morning.
They were at the Just Land last night. I took them with Joe and Toff Richmond.
All pals together?
Wait now. On the road home, the Keeleys had drink taken.
Get on with it, Donald.
We parted company, but I listened on a bit. The drink talking, loud. One said something about Tower Street. Then Joe shut them up.
Tower Street. It is host to a certain low dive of a tavern called the Rusty Nail. If I wanted to keep someone out of sight, their cellars might just be the place. Come on.
Me?
My constable is otherwise engaged. Where was Toff Richmond when all this was going on?
He was otherwise engaged.
What's the constable doing in there? He'll get his head knocked off.
I thought I told you to stay in that tent.
It's an empty space.
We had the fight and didn't know, Mistress Brash.
Oh dear, smack dab in the eye.
He'll have a kicker in the morning, right enough.
He's no fighting clever.
What do you suggest? Levitation?
Direction. Excuse me, ladies.
Oh, don't stand still, Mulholland. It just encourages him.
You the second.
I am a police lieutenant. Who are you?
I'm a boxing man.
Oh, what is your advice?
Tell your fighter to drop to the ground.
Well, that won't be hard. Mulholland, to your knees. Fall over, for God's sake.
You will not have to be hit.
Oh, there you are. Now fall.
Come on, sir, and bring the bucket.
What's that for? It's supposed to revive you.
Now listen, Constable. I've watched Gulliver, and all he has is a big right hand.
Noticed.
Keep circling to your own right and don't stop, so that when he throws the punch, you're already out of range. If he gets close, tangle him up with your arms, and if things get really bad, drop to the one knee.
Now I have you. Under rules, Mulholland, you're allowed 30 seconds before getting up to scratch.
Lieutenant Roach, is your fighter ready?
He is indeed, Mr. Richmond. Ready and willing.
Good luck, son. Circle right.
Run for your life.
Hubris. Nothing but hubris.
Can I get under this bush?
Let me, I'm skinny as a rake.
Meaning what?
Meaning nothing.
Go ahead.
Oh, thank you.
Well?
Hold your horses.
Well?
The window was terrible dirty.
So?
Well, they're in there, the Keeleys, and there's a bed in the corner, maybe a body on it, but I couldn't tell.
I'll wager the cellar door will be locked.
Should we not get an auxiliary force?
No time. You must go down the steps, knock upon that door, identify yourself, and call through that you bear an urgent note from Joe Ritchie.
What happens then?
They open the portal.
I'm not a man of violence, Inspector.
I'll manage.
They're hulking great brutes.
Indeed they are. After you, Donald.
Never mind, son. You're famous.
10 rounds. Exemplary stuff.
I got my left and right mixed up.
Aye, you walked into it. Never mind.
That's a fine black eye you've accrued.
The nose will heal, Constable.
All in vain, however. Toff will be declared winner. Well, we did our best.
Tommy Lynch, I challenge you now to produce your man, otherwise the prize is mine. Ha! Come on, Tommy. Where is it?
I do we've run out of time, mistress.
I do you're right, Hannah.
Bernard McLevy, show face. Where are you?
Here he is. That's your service.
How did you do it, James?
Brute force and ignorance.
Never seen a man move so fast in all my life.
What were you doing there, Donald McKeever?
It's a long story, Hannah.
And you will tell it to me later.
Bernard, are you all right, son?
Fine, Tommy, fine.
He can't fight. He's stuck to the eyeballs.
Give me the bucket.
Thanks, Inspector. I needed that.
You seem to be the hero of the hour, McLevy.
Along with me. I was heroic also.
You held the fort. Well done, Mulholland. Are you able to stand?
Like an oak tree.
Good. Now listen. You see Joe Ritchie looking as sick as a dog over there. I want you to keep an eye on him. Whatever transpires, if he tries to run, you have my permission to hit him with your stick.
I'm your man.
Sure you're all right, son.
Of course he is.
Fit like a fiddle.
Get me ready, Tommy.
Toff, don't you go anywhere. I'll be coming for you.
I'll be waiting, Bernard.
The fight is on, Richmond. The fight is on.
And so it was. You could not fail to be struck at the contrast between them. Toff Richmond was indeed built like a Greek god, skin sleek and oiled, muscles of marble, while his opponent was pared to the bone, the ribcage poking out, white gaunt face, like a ghost in the ring. At first it went with the Toff, Bernard slow, sluggish, and once the other realised no punches were coming his way, he backed the Glasgow boy into a corner, hammered at him, trying for purchase so that he could squeeze the life out, crack the ribs, break the spirit. But though he was battered to the ground, young McLevy hauled himself back to scratch, and that left hand begins to find rhythm. It is a rattler, flicking out like a snake's tongue, and Toff's face begins to mark up. You can give slip the hounds of hell, but there's no way past a straight left. Bang, bang! Time flies. The blood flows, eyes bruise, and the swollen lids shut together. The Toff is now half-blind, punching air. The crowd want more blood, howl like an animal, faces flushed, women's eyes a-glitter. Richmond is sightless now. He stands swaying in the ring like a wrecked ship. Bernard looks back to his corner, and Tommy Lynch bows his head. The Glasgow boy gives Toff 3 in the breadbasket to bend him double. For a moment, Bernard's left fist hangs in the air, and then it hooks down like a pickaxe. Toff Richmond falls to earth. He will not rise again.
Oh, that was the best. The best ever!
Yeah, it was good.
I don't remember a thing.
About the fight?
No. How I got in that room. It was dark. I was like in a fog. Then a big Grammy, then the inspector whips the bag off my head and says, "Come on, Bernard, time to go." Time to go, all right?
True enough.
You should have seen the mess it made of those two Keeleys. He's a violent man, no denying that. A real McLevy. Talk of the devil. How are you, Inspector?
Better than some. Tommy Lynch, I've come to arrest you under suspicion of aiding and abetting the act of kidnap.
Over my dead body?
Easy, Bernard. I assume you have proof.
I have proof. Joe Ritchie is a man of straw. He tried to run. Mulholland cut him down and then he spilled his guts.
Joe Ritchie is pure vermin.
His bully boys took Bernard from the bed. But you drugged him first, says Joe. A sleeping draught, so there would be no struggle.
That's not possible.
The lad's right. Why would I do that? Where's your proof, sir?
I have some notes that we found on Ritchie's person. Notes that bear your name, Mr. Lynch.
But how could he do it? How could he drug me? I'm too clever for that.
What about that big tumbler I gave you?
You give me that every night. Tonic.
It had an extra ingredient.
But why, Tommy? Why would you do such a thing?
Oh, money, Bernard. Big money. Joe Ritchie bought all my notes of debt.
Debt for what?
Gambling. No boxing. That would have been more sensible. Horses, dogs, anything with 4 legs. I couldn't stop. Plunged deep to win back. Lost. I couldn't stop.
Ritchie held it over you, eh?
Aye. Make it public. Destroy my name in the courts. Everybody would know. Said he would burn the markers in front of me if I would just do this one thing.
You betrayed me.
Bernard, all I have is my name.
And what about me? My name?
You're young. You got time to burn. You would have been found wandering, a mystery. No blame to you, just a mystery. You would have fought him again and do what you did. One day, you'll be a champion, son.
You betrayed me, Tommy.
I kept hoping things would change. But they never did. I had no option.
I trusted you.
The crowd is waiting. Champagne galore. I'll sneak you out by the side.
Thank you. Goodbye, son.
Goodbye.
Don't be too hard on him, Bernard. Life changes people.
How is the constable's eye?
Purple. Those sticks you sent helped.
I'm glad. I have to thank you, James. All my money back, and more.
What about your runaway partners?
Rankin and McCall. My people found them waiting for a train to London.
Where are they now?
Inside a fish cart, headed for Aberdeen. One thing puzzles me. Tommy Lynch cut his own throat by advising the constable. The fight would have been long over, and you too late.
Couldn't have stopped himself. A boxing man. Even the lieutenant helped, despite a wager on Toff Richmond.
Oh.
The bookies told me.
Mr. Lynch, I feel sorry for him.
He broke the law. I saw young Bernard on the street. A girl on his arm, Sally McNeil.
I know her. She's trouble.
They all are.
I have sad news about Hannah.
Is she dying?
No. Donald McKeever proposed, and she turned him down.
But he made a fortune on that fight.
He broke his word on gambling. She's looking for a man who keeps his promises.
She'll wait a long time then.
Donald will be back. But in the meantime, Hannah's broken-hearted.
You want any more of that melting bloody sunset?
Broken-hearted, eh?
Thank you, Hannah. That will be very nice.
What about that big lump in the spare room?
Better just leave him be.
What big lump?
Aye, right enough needs his rest.
What big lump?
Mr. Richmond is staying with us a while.
What for?
Recuperation.
In a body house?
He has suffered much. It's the least I can do.
Where's the sugar biscuits?
Thought you didn't want any.
I've changed my mind.
Help yourself.
I saw Tommy Lynch in the cells. Wee Sammy Workman as well. 2 small men crumpled in on themselves, a pocket delver and a boxing manager. It was a sad sight. Gambling is a mug's game. You cannot trust a single thing in this life. Save yourself. See what happens? Mulholland has 2 big stakes for his black eye, Toff gets to lie in bed, Donald McKeever makes a killing and at the same time avoids marriage. And what do I get for my pains? A wee toty packet of melting sunset because Jean Brash is low on supplies. And who was the real hero of this escapade? Not Mulholland wi' his keeker, Toff cut to ribbons, not even young Bernard, because if not for me, he would never have made the contest. When I faced those 2 Keeleys in the cellar, I had nothing but my own inherited violence to fall back upon. Nothing to do with vegetables. Just an instinct to kill. Anyway, what's the point of me altering if everybody else stays the same? The water is hot enough now. First the grains, then the heat. Perhaps such fragrance is my consolation. Jean Brash at least had the grace to blush when Hannah shouted from that window. Recuperation be damned. I've bought some ginger snaps to ring the changes in my life. When you dip them, they disintegrate fast, and therefore great hand speed is necessary to get them to your mouth in time. So be it. James McLevy, Inspector of Police. I am myself a man of substance.
I'm not sure about the purple gown.
Brings out the colour in your eyes.
Jordan Boothroyd, your presence is requested by Lady Montgomery.
I am yours to command, Mr. Dobie. What a horrible little man.
He gains your commissions.
Surely not that bloated old frump.
She has 3 pretty daughters.
Of course. I can catch them all in the one fell swoop.
It will be a crowded canvas.
I need to spread my wings, Judith. I need freedom. I need to be cared for, my talents to be indulged.
Then we must see what can be accomplished.
Jordan, we await your company.
Your servant, Mr. Dobie. Yours to command.
Ah, Mistress Pearson, is your husband not here?
He is at court, sentencing some poor wretch.
Ah, yes, please catch them. The judges hammer down justice.
Do you come to the galleries often, Lieutenant Roach?
Not at all. Mrs. Roach drags me. He seems to be all the rage, this Mr. Boothroyd, though I must say the fellow has more than caught your likeness.
The portrait was my husband's idea. He likes to collect things.
I see.
Such as butterflies.
Butterfly.
He has them behind glass, mounted.
That's good.
Yes.
A pastime, insects.
They are very beautiful behind the glass.
The heart is an intricate contrivance. In truth, it does not occupy much space, but in matters corporal, when it stops, so, as far as we are concerned, does the rest of the world. It is the seat of moral courage and the source of all affections. Love, they tell me, dwells there, and desire prowls like a hungry beast. I am not such an idiot that I cannot envisage within myself the darkness of the human heart, its violence and anger, the impulse to murder and destroy, but I find love a trickier proposition. I look out over my city, Edinburgh, and I see the lights shining in the dark. One needs the other, light the dark, God the devil, birth, death, and policemen need crime. And so to all of you out there trembling on the edge of sinful murder, I say, go ahead. I am James McLevy, Inspector of Police, and I cannot wait to clasp you to my bosom. It is a love of sorts, I suppose. I am reading Sir Walter Scott's Heart of Midlothian, and in it a poor soul, Madge Wildfire, is betrayed by love and driven insane. Her last words are concerned with her own death. Tell me, thou bonny bird, when shall I marry me? When 6 broad gentlemen kirkward shall carry ye. The glowworm o'er grave and stone shall light thee steady. The owl from the steeple sing, welcome, proud lady.
Isn't it terrible, Constable? And to think I spoke to the woman not a month past.
Of course, she may be innocent.
Of course, Mulholland, until proven guilty.
But as my Aunt Katie says, if the bush is burning, someone lit the fire.
The papers are full of it. One moment Judge Pearson is putting on the black cap, and the next, dead as a doornail.
I often wonder about that, sir.
Body riddled with arsenic.
Why a doornail?
What?
Why should that be deader than any other nail?
Where is Inspector McLevy?
Over by the desk. A letter left.
I'm falsely accused of a crime I did not commit. Spied upon, my own servants look at me with sly, accusing eyes. I have no friends, no one to turn to, but let me plead my case.
It was I who insisted a post-mortem on my husband's body because of the sudden event of his death. Why would I do that if I had poisoned him? I was shaken to the core at the findings and fainted to the floor. Is this the action of a guilty woman?
Aha, Mrs. Pearson, it's easy to faint. You just close your eyes and fall over.
My husband was a great admirer of your tenacity of purpose and scrupulous presentation. I fear the Haymarket police will slant the evidence against me, and I have no one on my side. Please help me. If not, then justice will not be done upon this earth.
Yours sincerely, Judith Pearson.
Inspector, a moment of your time, please.
Lieutenant Roach, your servant I. Charlie is my darling, my darling.
So the wife is suspect?
Yeah, vile rumour has it so.
Dirty deeds in high society, eh? It gets folk going like nothing else.
Well, it's Haymarket's case, Adam Dunsmore in particular. We have more important things.
McMunn's elixir, the infant pacifier.
Exactly. Sold on a street corner to a witless nursing maid who administered it copiously to the twins in her charge, and due to the excess of laudanum in the mixture,
it near pacified them off the planet.
There have been other cases among the poorer sorts. Fatalities loom, McLevy. You find this man. Find him quick.
I'll try, but these street corner Johnnies are hard to pin.
You claim to know the wines of Leith better than any living being.
Come on, Mulholland. Crimes of state wait for no man.
McLevy, who sent you the letter?
An admirer.
Is there such a thing?
Damn few. And raw deed.
Well, I must admit, gentlemen, there's nothing like getting your name in the paper. Even if it's only Inspector Adam Dunsmore offered no comment other than the investigation is on course and proceeding according to plan. By God it is! This will be the making of me. There's nothing like a pretty woman dancing the Perth two-step in the morning air. Jamie McLevy! What are you doing in this neck of the woods?
I'm conducting a wide reconnaissance.
Searching out what?
A nostrum salesman.
A nostrum salesman. You have to admit, Jamie boy, you're small fry these days.
And you're the big fish, Adam.
Oh, I could eat you up for breakfast.
The Pearson case. You have a suspect.
And a motive.
And what would that be, sir?
They say there is a lover. Have you ever heard of Jardine Boothroyd?
He's a painter of sorts.
Aye, handy with a brush.
No real proof, just a load of clatter.
All right, one wee thing. The night the judge died, he had a heavy cold. The wife was observed to serve him up a potion.
That's the function of a faithful spouse.
Faithful? Well, that remains to be seen.
Come along, Mulholland. We'll leave these birkies to their important pursuits.
Get after the quack medicine man, Jamie boy. Quack, quack.
Indeed, you do have a face like a duck's arse, Adam.
How's your friend Jean Brash, the body housekeeper?
Thriving, thanks to your custom. Or are you still being paid in kind on the streets these days?
Back to Leith where you belong, James. All the muck rolls down the hill and lands there eventually.
Hannah, what do you truly think to that dress?
It'll cover your nakedness.
I wonder about a different colour. Peacock blue, perhaps?
I'm not gone back to these shops.
All right, all right.
3 solid hours I sat there. Would madam like this? Would madam like that? Does madam's backside stick out like a coal bunker?
It certainly does not.
I know you, Mistress Brash, and you're bored. First you shop, then you get up to mischief.
Well, I'm still at the shopping stage.
You need diversion. I'd even welcome McLevy scrounging round for coffee.
The inspector's in the huff with me.
Because you took in that boxing money. Oh, a fine big specimen.
He'd had a hard fight. I was helping him recuperate.
That's one name for it.
Oh, look. Is that not Jardine Boothroyd?
Who?
He has a reputation.
For what?
Catching beauty. Angus, hold these horses.
Holy God.
Mr. Boothroyd, are you on your own?
A solitary constitutional, Mistress Brash. A fine day, is it not?
It is. It's been a long, long time since we saw you at the Just Land.
Indeed it has. But you have not changed a jot, Mistress Brash. Still pretty as a picture.
This is not a good move, Inspector.
Just observe the butterflies, Mulholland.
Right enough. A fair collection.
What's this one? Very dainty.
That is a painted lady.
Here we are, gentlemen.
Ah.
Please join me. Coffee, Inspector? Constable?
Just water for me, thank you.
Help yourself.
Thank you.
Sugar, Inspector?
Thank you, ma'am.
That is over many.
Mind your own business.
Something wrong?
Not quite to my taste.
At least it's not poisoned.
Mistress Pearson, let us dispense with the politesse.
By all means.
What is your situation?
Under constant surveillance. The servants here, and when I go out on the streets, I believe I am followed everywhere.
The judge died of arsenic poisoning.
Which might not have been discovered had I not insisted upon a post-mortem.
You may have a point. I did not like your husband.
Might one ask why?
He enjoyed too much the punishment he meted out. One young girl, a child, had tried to steal the wallet of a fine gentleman. In the witness box, she cried to break your heart. She had done it to feed her family. It was her first offence. She begged for the court's mercy. The judge smiled and sentenced her to 15 years.
We were the arresting officers, sir.
We were. But I took no satisfaction in that case, none at all. And yet, the judge smiled.
My husband was a cruel man. I often thought that the great relish he found in the collecting of those beautiful creatures was in the fact that once caught he might stifle their senses and then put them in the killing jar.
Was he cruel to you?
He took his pleasures with other women and made no secret of it.
What about your pleasures?
What do you mean?
There are stories that you may have found solace elsewhere. A cruel husband and new love add up to a powerful motive.
That is a lie. The portrait you see there is by Jardine Boothroyd. I sat for him. He caught my likeness. There is nothing between us.
Well, thank you for the coffee, Mistress Pearson.
The water was lovely.
Oh, can you help me?
It's not my case. Nothing to go on.
Wait, my husband took stimulants to increase his potency. He boasted of it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Is arsenic not regarded as some kind of...
aphrodisiac?
Yes.
It's a long shot.
His doctor can tell.
Doctors are bound by oath. Goodbye, Mistress Pearson.
Is that all you have to say?
The night your husband died, you mixed him a potion. What was in it?
Hot toddy. To help him sleep.
I'm sure it did. Goodbye.
We'll see ourselves out.
There is no one to take my part. I am innocent. I swear to heaven. I beg you, Inspector.
That wee girl begged your husband and got 15 years.
You are a better man than that.
Well, what do you think?
It's hard to tell with pretty women. You'll have noted these types on the corner?
Uh-huh.
Thought to follow, then held back on watch. Haymarket men, we are in deep trouble, sir.
How so?
Word will get back to the lieutenant and he'll hit the roof.
You could be right. And to that end, I propose we part company. Myself to have a saunter round, you to lawfully pursue the nostrum salesman.
You have something in mind.
Me? No, just a wee wander.
This is because of Adam Dunsmore. You aim to put his nose out of joint.
A fine officer.
You detest the man.
Not at all. Now off you go, Mulholland. Each to his own path.
I'm not going to argue. On your own head be it. But mark my words, sir, no good will come of this.
I hear those words, Constable, and they strike sparks from the anvil of caution.
Ladies, no one knows better than I the trials and tribulations you face. The children, God bless their wee souls, are not meant to suffer the pains of ague and gum rot. But do not despair. There is a solution at hand, and I have it before me. McMunn's elixir. 2 large spoonfuls and your groaning infant will slip into a harmonious healing slumber.
I'll give the wee bugger 4.
And 2 will be sufficient, believe me. Now, the price for this elixir, this bringer of peace and happiness, is a remarkably considerate single sixpence.
That's not cheap.
Do I have any takers?
I'll take the entirety, and yourself as well, sir.
Who the hell are you?
I am a policeman, and you are breaking the law.
Stand between us, ladies. This man would deny your children the right to a peaceful existence. Stand your ground.
Let me pass. Let me... Oh!
We'll meet again, ladies. There are many nooks and crannies in Leith, and I know them all.
Oh, I have hurt my knee bone. You tricked me.
You fell over your own foot. Some kind of policeman you are.
What's going on here? Hey, you! Stop making such a show of yourself. What do you think you're doing?
I am doing your job, Constable.
Oh, sorry, sir. I didn't recognise. Not often we see you on your hands and knees. Let me... What happened, sir?
I will inform you at the station. Now let us quit this female rabble. Come along, Constable. And where is McLevy, if I may ask?
Pursuing other lines of inquiry, Lieutenant.
You ripped your trousers, mister. I'll mend them for you free of charge. All you have to do is strip them off your herders.
You must not move, Mistress Brash.
What if I should start to tremble?
Excitement or fatigue?
I rarely run out of puff.
I have a similar nature.
How many women have you practiced your skill upon?
I've lost count.
Then you must begin all over again.
What a very fine notion. As if, for the very first time, one touch leads to another.
Oh, damnation! The door's stuck. I pushed, and here I am. Needs a good oiling, that door.
You could have tried knocking.
Eh? What? Jean Brash? What are you doing here?
What does it resemble?
A pose. You are posing.
Mistress Brash has commissioned a portrait. This is a preliminary sketch.
Uh-huh. The nose isn't sharp enough.
What do you want here, McLevy?
A word with Mr. Boothroyd.
Perhaps we should stop, Mistress Brash. I would not wish to fatigue you.
As I said, I rarely run out of puff. But Hannah will be back with the carriage shortly, in any case.
Let me assist you.
Thank you. Tomorrow, perhaps a later time.
I shall be all prepared.
Don't forget to oil the hinges. Goodbye, James. Try to behave yourself.
What do you want a picture for, anyway?
So that when I am old and wrinkled, I may look back and see what a beauty I was in my prime.
In your prime?
That is what I have attained, in case you haven't noticed.
You wish to speak with me, Inspector?
I've knocked upon many doors this afternoon. Yours is the last.
How can I help?
A big place you have here, eh?
I need to spread my wings.
Is that a bed in the corner?
Some nights I sleep over.
Useful. What's the aroma?
Turpentine.
Right. Oh. You have a fine collection of wee coloured bottles. Any poison?
Not really.
Pity. Judith Pearson. How deep does it go?
What?
Your knowledge of her.
A commission, nothing more.
I saw the result. She looks out with kind regard, her face soft and gentle.
Perhaps I captured her soul.
Or perhaps she was looking out at you.
I have heard the rumours concerning myself and Judith Pearson. They are untrue and unwarranted. There is nothing between us.
That's what Mrs. Pearson said. Exact same words.
It is simple truth.
The picture tells another story.
I cannot help it if women form attachments.
So long as they don't form them back, eh?
Precisely.
A wise course as far as murder is concerned. For what says the playwright, William Congreve? See how love and murder will out.
I don't recognise the quotation.
It's from a play of his, The Double Dealer.
I cannot express my apologies enough, Inspector. At times I am at my wit's end to know what to do with this man. You take your eye off him for a brief moment
Sergeant Murdoch at the desk said you wanted a word, sir.
Indeed I do. You know Officer Dunsmore here?
Old acquaintance. How are you, Adam?
All the better for seeing you, McLevy.
I am told you have been busy, Inspector, in the Haymarket.
A few wee visits.
One of them to the Pearson house. My men observed you.
As I observed them.
And the other visit was to a certain Dr. Alexander Galbraith, who has written a formal note of complaint, which Inspector Dunsmore has been kind enough to deliver by hand.
That's nice of him.
Dr. Galbraith states that you more or less barged your way into his consulting rooms, tried to prise confidential medical matters out of him, and that...
He had to throw you out on your ear.
I left of my own accord.
What were you after, McLevy?
Stimulants. I wanted to know if Judge Pearson had been prescribed such.
And what has that to do with the case?
Arsenic can be such a thing.
You're havering, man.
And who told you of these stimulants?
The wife. She wrote to me.
A love letter, was it?
She merely affirmed that she had no faith in the investigation and felt it was prejudiced against us.
You've got a bloody cheek.
Indeed he has, Inspector.
You mind your own business, McLevy, or by God I will go straight to the Chief Constable and make official complaint.
You go to hell, Dunsmore.
That is quite enough, gentlemen. Inspector Dunsmore, you may accept my assurance that your investigation will proceed without further interference and that the matter will be dealt with here severely and internally.
That would indeed be most acceptable to me, Lieutenant Roach.
Thank you. And now, if I might ask you to leave us so that I can begin that process.
It will be my pleasure. And hey, McLevy, as for your precious Mistress Pearson, I have evidence that will show the dirty linen underneath.
And what might that be?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I don't know if I much care for Mr. Dunsmore.
I thought you admired him.
He unburdened himself at length before you arrived, and my feeling is that he cares more for his fame than the course of justice.
Oh, well, in that sense...
Stay there. I want your solemn promise to interfere no more in this matter. Otherwise, I shall haul both you and Mulholland up before the Chief Constable for an official action of censure. Well?
I promise not to set foot in Haymarket until I have your permission, sir.
Good. Now, quit my sight, and for God's sake, try not to get into any more mischief.
What are you doing?
I'm in the garden.
It's late at night.
I know that.
Why don't you knock at the front like other clients?
I'm not a client.
What do you want then?
Judge Pearson. Did he take his pleasure here?
Along with most of the judiciary.
Did he have a favourite wee magpie? This is a matter of urgence, Jean.
Stand your ground or I'll cut your throat.
Hannah, what are you doing here?
Heard a noise and out there came thieves everywhere. Reveal yourself, my money, or it'll be the worse for you.
Gladly.
McLevy, what do you want?
That's what I've been asking. Hannah, can you put that razor away? It aye makes me nervous when you swipe about like that.
Oh, your wish, my command.
Find Minnie Holmes and bring her to me.
But we're busy as hell. The General Assembly, no quarter given her ass, no moderation.
Is Minnie hard occupied?
On her knees in prayer.
Bring her anyway.
If you insist. I'm supposed to run a decent body with all these comings and goings.
I thank you, Jean Brash.
I'll come and meet you. Don't wander, you'll put the fear of God into the clients.
One thing more. My coffee tastes like tarry rope. You wouldn't have any of that Lebanese grinding left. What do you cry it? Melting sunset?
I'll melt you soon enough.
Pleasure and pain, Mr. Boothroyd.
What? God almighty! What are you doing here?
I have a key. I entered in. I am yours to command.
Wait. If you were followed...
Servants were asleep. I left by the back door. No one saw me.
How can you be sure? If we are discovered here, the game is over.
It is the dead of night. Everyone sleeps, save you and me. Oh, put your hand on my heart. There. Can you feel it beating?
You are mad, Judith.
We are innocent. Babes in the wood.
Yes. Babes in the wood.
Innocent, save for a certain enticement on your part, which I embraced with great gusto. You laid aside the brush, walked over to where I sat, and said, I admire the line of your neck. It is very beautiful.
I remember.
And then you reached your finger and traced that line down my flesh. Skin upon skin.
Yes.
We are guilty of nothing but love.
Love.
Oh.
I haven't done anything wrong.
No one suggests otherwise, Minnie.
Just answer the man's questions and you'll be back in church in no time.
If you say so, Mistress Brash.
Now, Minnie, you were Judge Pearson's preferred company, were you not?
He appreciated my beauty.
Is that what he said?
Every time he came.
Was the judge a vigorous man?
No too bad, for his age. I had 12 gay ups for one gay doon, but that's quite usual.
To that end, did he avail himself, as it were...
keep it simple, James.
As it were, of stimulation?
Stimulation?
Artificial aids to vigour?
No, not at all.
Don't lie, Minnie.
Well, nearly not.
Tell me a wee thing.
There was a white powder he took. He tried to get me, but I wouldn't.
Why didn't you tell me, Minnie?
I forgot.
I have to know everything that goes on, for your safety.
But he was a judge, and he said it was doctor's orders.
Did he now? Anything else?
It perked him up no end.
You can go now, Minnie.
And the next time some man lays out white powder, you let me know.
I will, mistress. We used to do a game, the judge and me. I would be the butterfly, he would chase and pin me down.
What are you trying to pin down, James?
The powder might well have been arsenic. The judge was apparently murdered by such.
You think he took too much, maybe?
I don't know. Thank you for the coffee, Jean. Most welcome.
I take it the woman in the balance is his pretty wee wife.
It is. Judith Pearson.
Are you her knight in shining armour come to the rescue?
Like yourself with that boxer.
Mm-hmm. That's me, a helping hand.
Your friend, Mr. Boothroyd, may well be involved in all this.
I've heard the rumours, but I deal in hard facts.
Like myself. What do I do if I meet one of the clergy?
Tell them you're the devil in disguise. Good night.
I do believe there was a hint of jealousy in Jean Brash at the end there. It is amazing how petty women can be. Thank God men are above such things. And yet, Judith Pearson's countenance stays with me from that picture, vulnerable like a child caught in a woman's body. What is the truth of it all? What lies behind all these faces? How did the judge come to die? And what is this feeling that I have somewhere missed a sign? I shall return to Sir Walter Scott, a man of the highest literary integrity, never knowingly found in a body who may inspire me with the ideals that virtue may be rewarded and treachery unerringly punished. I will read the book and see what tomorrow brings.
Ladies, the children, God bless their wee souls, are not meant to suffer the pains of ague and gum rot. They cry and howl for you, their mother, to soothe their brows and ease their aching bodies.
They need McMunn's elixir.
What? Step forward, sir. I cannot see you back there.
Here I am.
You're a constable of law.
I am, and I am about to arrest you and confiscate your cargo.
Oh, you want it? You can have it! It'll take a better man than you to lay
indeed, and you've just met him. Alec Nimmo, I thought you'd moved to Glasgow.
I came back.
That was a mistake.
Covered in the stuff.
Nice smell.
Syrup of cloves.
What's the laudanum? Right, off to the station.
Oh, leave the poor man alone!
Be about your business, a lot of yous, or I'll arrest you as accomplice before the fact.
Go on, move yourselves.
Well, Alec, I thought Market Day in Leith would be too much of a temptation for a nostrum salesman, and I was proven right.
I haven't done anything wrong.
You sold this mixture to a serving maid who near killed 2 children with
And
it.
at least 3 more reported, badly stricken from the same cause.
They must have poured it down. I tell them every time, just 2 spoonfuls.
We'll see what the court thinks.
Hey, wait! The man that makes it up, he's more to blame than me, eh?
Could be. Give me his name.
An apothecary. Respectable.
At the front, no doubt.
But the back room, he dishes it out under the counter. Society doctors come to him. He dishes out the drugs cheap, cash in hand. Nothing official. No records kept.
I've heard tales of such, sir.
So have I, Mulholland.
Oh, they come from all over. That's what he told me. Princess Street, the Royal Terrace, Haymarket, everywhere.
Haymarket.
Well, just hold on.
Everywhere.
So, Inspector, not content with invading my consulting rooms, you now interrupt my mealtime as well.
What did you have?
What?
For provender?
Steak and kidney pie.
I've never been all that fond of kidneys. Taste aye reminds me of the function.
I have already made one complaint about you, sir, but this time I shall go straight to the top. Straight to the top.
Templeton the apothecary. Do you know him?
I don't think so.
He knows you. Mr. Templeton has a premise in the Canongate.
What has this to do with me?
You have certain similarities, Dr. Galbraith, both weak and greedy men.
How dare you?
Templeton supplied large amounts of laudanum to a nostrum seller called Alec Nimmo. We took Alec to see the man, threatened him with criminal proceedings, and he cracked like a soft-boiled egg.
Well, I fail to see
that back room was a cornucopia, all the opiates under the sun. None of them noted on his books. All from illicit sources, no doubt.
How does this concern me?
There's a fortune to be made dispensing to the addicts of high society. You get it cheap, sell it dear, and no one is any the wiser.
I hope you are not implying that
Templeton will testify that you were one of his main customers. You will be reported to the medical council, records investigated, the patients questioned.
I will be ruined.
Indeed you will. There may be some degree of clemency, but that is dependent upon your willingness to offer me cooperation.
In what?
In the small matter of a dead judge.
Excuse me, are you not Mistress Pearson?
I am. And you are Jean Brash.
You know me?
You have been pointed out.
My condolences on the death of your husband.
I came in here to buy a gown. Cheer myself up, but there are so many.
Yes, there are many.
You see that man at the window?
Yes.
He is watching me. Everyone watching.
I'm sure that's not true.
I should go home where I belong. That woman scowls at me.
No, I am the object of her disdain. That's Hannah Semple. She doesn't like shopping.
I should go home.
I spoke with a friend of yours yesterday.
A friend?
James McLevy.
He is a policeman. I have no friends.
What about Jardine Boothroyd?
Why'd you ask?
He began a portrait of me yesterday.
He did not say. Everyone watches me. I should go home. Goodbye.
What was that all about?
I wish I knew, Hannah. I wish I knew.
Judge Pearson was addicted to arsenic for priapic purposes. Galbraith supplied him.
That proves nothing.
It would, however, explain the amount of arsenic in the body.
You assured me, Lieutenant Roach, that McLevy would be off this case.
I promised to stay away from Haymarket.
And did no such bloody thing, liar.
Galbraith's consulting rooms are in your parish, but his house is up by the university, miles away.
You're worse than a Highlander, McLevy.
Nevertheless, he stuck to his word, I am afraid, Inspector Dunsmore.
I know she did it. I have proof.
You have suspicion. That's not enough.
You know nothing. One of the servants saw her through the keyhole, the judge's butler. He saw her, dirty trollop.
How so?
Boothroyd and her. In the room together, locked the door, but the servant keeked in. She was unbuttoned, his hands everywhere.
The servant will confirm this?
I have his sworn testimony. She killed her husband to enjoy her lover. I know it in my bones.
What is the woman on trial for, Dunsmore? Murder or adultery?
One treachery leads to another.
You have no proof.
I'll charge her anyway. The world will get to see her, a dirty little trollop.
I'll deal with you later, McLevy. You may have stayed within the strict letter of your promise, but that's about all. The rest is wilful disobedience. You may leave.
Thank you, sir. Quack, quack, Adam. Who'd have thought a nostrum cellar could lead to such a pass, eh?
I hope you burn in hell, McLevy.
Inspector, may I offer you a glass of water as small compensation for this parlous state of affairs?
Water?
Either that or the station tea, I'm afraid.
Leith is beyond redemption.
Still got your head on, that's good.
The lieutenant is strangely calm. I doubt there's a storm brewing.
You should be celebrating, sir.
Why?
You've put one over on Adam Dunsmore and come out clean so far.
The inspector has hard evidence that Judith Pearson is guilty of infidelity.
Not such a sweet wee butterfly after all, eh?
No, and it provides a motive.
But you have demolished the case for poison.
What was it she said? Beautiful creatures and once caught.
He might stifle their senses.
Indeed. If Dunsmore comes looking for me with a gun, tell him I've gone to consult an expert on papillonidae.
He won't know what the word means.
Educate him, Mulholland. Ignorance excuseth no man. Not even a dunderheap from the Haymarket.
You have saved my life, Inspector.
Have I? That's nice.
The prospect of being falsely accused, it was almost more than I could bear.
I wouldn't get your hopes up too high. Adam Dunsmore intends to press on regardless.
But I am innocent.
Not quite. He has sworn testimonial that you betrayed your husband with Jardine Boothroyd within your own walls.
Who saw us?
As is traditional in these matters. The butler. Through the keyhole.
The man hates me. He was devoted to my husband. He would say anything.
But is it true? Come along, you owe me some veracity. Just between ourselves. I am your knight in shining armour, after all.
I cannot deny I have some feeling for Mr. Boothroyd, and he for me.
Was it consummated?
That is not the matter of accusation. It is murder, and I am innocent.
Not quite.
What do you mean?
I've been consulting with an expert in the field, and he confirmed my suspicions.
As regards what?
Butterflies. Allow me to advance a hypothesis, a story of sorts.
By all means, I like stories.
Let us suppose a wife wishes to murder her husband and comes upon a perfect solution. She will use his own obsession as the weapon against him. When he caught a beautiful creature within his net, the husband would pinch the thorax to stifle consciousness, then pop them in the killing jar. The death would be caused by a fermentation of crushed laurel leaves. Hydrocyanic acid, otherwise known as cyanide. As I say, a perfect solution.
But surely does not cyanide taste of almonds? Sweet, sickly, difficult to disguise.
An old wives' tale. And in any case, the husband has a heavy cold, and whiskey is a powerful masking agent. Cyanide also leaves little trace, and so, to forestall suspicion, the wife insists upon a post-mortem. But a small irony enters the plot. The husband's own addiction provides proof of poison, arsenic, wrong toxin in the right body. No wonder he fainted.
It is a fine story, tragic, and yet with a grotesque humour.
That's how I like them. The wife is in a desperate plight, correctly guilty for the wrong reason, and she has a last wild throw of the dice. You brought me into the equation, fed me what you could, hoped for the best, and set me loose.
And what you have found has set me free.
I hope not. I shall acquaint Adam Dunsmore with my more recent discovery. He will not thank me for it, but it may trigger another post-mortem and will give the prosecution some bullets to fire.
Not enough. But I'm grateful for the story.
And all for nothing, eh?
For nothing?
Jardine Boothroyd is a shallow creature.
You're wrong. Quite wrong.
Goodbye, Mistress Pearson. I'll see you in court.
I have a body who's to attend.
Don't move.
I met a friend of yours today.
I have many friends.
Judith Pearson. She seemed surprised that you were engaged with me.
None of her business.
That's what I wondered.
I have a talent. Women mistake it for something else.
So? She is one of many mistaken creatures?
It might be so.
And yet in her face I saw a moment of such confusion, a deep feeling.
I cannot afford deep feelings, except for what I accomplish. There. Now, close your eyes, the better to see. Wait. Wait. Right. Now you can open them. Well?
It is very striking, cruel and accurate.
What do you see?
An indulgent, selfish woman.
But a very attractive one. I particularly admire the line of your neck. It's very beautiful. You see? Here on the paper, and here, in the flesh.
I thank you for your appreciation, Mr. Boothroyd, and I shall arrange for an appropriate cheque to be sent and collection of same.
But it's only an initial study.
It is sufficient for me.
Will you not stay a while?
No. To tell you the truth, Mr. Boothroyd, I do not much like what I see before me.
Well, you've made a right pig's ear, James.
It would appear so.
He did uncover the truth, sir.
I must keep that in mind when I next encounter the Chief Constable.
I'm willing to stand before him, Lieutenant.
What for? Showing Haymarket how properly to conduct an investigation? In any case, it is mostly my fault. I should have framed that embargo foolproof. I might have known you'd find a loophole.
Sorry, sir.
Well. We found the nostrum seller, brought to book a criminal apothecary and an unscrupulous physician. I think we can allow ourselves a small malt whisky for all that.
Very kind of you, sir.
I am a very kind man. And I am looking forward to my next meeting with Sandy Bell, Lieutenant of Haymarket. He has been boasting these 2 long years to me about the prowess of his station and Adam Dunsmore in particular. Let's see what he's got to say now that we've shown them all up for what they are. Insubstantial.
If I did not know better, sir, I might think you deliberately allowed that loophole to pass you by so that I might continue my meddling.
With your unofficial blessing, Lieutenant.
Now that would take a devious, subtle and serpentine mind, the like of which you're both convinced I do not possess. Here's to justice, gentlemen.
To justice.
Judith Pearson was put on trial, and the crush of people inside the court was as vulgar as if for the gaudiest theatre show. They were hanging from the rafters, every eye upon the judge's wife. The little butterfly. She stood at the dock, serene, unruffled, in perfect repose as the dirty linen was well and truly washed, then hung out to dry. The butler's view was teased out in great detail, the passionate fumbling as buttons popped their moorings, and then his rendition of how the couple fell out of sight to continue their frenzy upon a hitherto respectable carpet drew gasps from all sides. Boothroyd was called as witness, and blustered denial. But throughout it all, Judith remained calm. With the source of arsenic identified, there was no proof of poison, and no trace, I am afraid, had been found of the cyanide. Adam Dunsmore cut a poor figure in the witness box, like a vindictive ferret. The verdict? Not proven. That is, we think you're guilty, but we canna nail it down. As soon as the trial was over, Boothroyd fled the city as I knew he would. But Judith stayed, walked the streets, pointed at, vilified, a marked woman, her face like a mask. I passed her once, looked into her eyes. They were empty, 2 black holes. She had risked all and ended with nothing. I wondered why she did not leave, but perhaps she had nowhere else to go. I imagine she sits at home, with only her portrait for company. She aye looks so innocent in that picture, as if she were deep drowned in love.
Detest the odour of cabbage in the house.
Can you smell it?
Of course I can smell it.
I thought you wouldn't mind, John.
It is a common vegetable.
I'll tell the cook.
She steals from the kitchen.
Surely not.
I want you all.
Oh, dear. Not in the water closet, I hope.
You are a foolish woman, Emelina. I hate it here. It is dark and my lungs are on fire.
John, if I could only help.
I am beyond you. Must leave now.
Don't leave me, John.
I have no choice. I am on fire.
Compose yourself, Mrs. Gulliver. If the spirits sense agitation, they may tear the soul of the sensitive apart.
I shall endeavour so.
Good. Miss Eagle, are you all right?
Well enough. A very powerful possession.
John was a very strong man.
She is exhausted and in some pain, Mrs. Gulliver. We must leave her time to replenish her vital forces.
But I want to talk to him again, Mr. Cotton. It is essential.
We can discuss this later, ma'am. Allow me.
Thank you, Miss Eagle. Thank you so much.
I am beyond you all.
She is mightily impressed and will tell her friends. Your fame will spread, my dear.
I am weary.
Why don't you sleep? Sleep works wonders.
I would wish for peace, but only death brings that. Only death.
There is something about a city in the dead of night that is profoundly intriguing. It is like a giant animal slumbering in its lair, flanks moving in and out as it draws breath, eyes yellow and slitted, claws sheathed for the nonce, but ready to strike at a moment's notice. Perhaps beyond our mortal ken lies another world, a world of shifting, ghostly shapes and powers invisible, beyond all imaginings, dark and deadly. They seek vengeance for an ancient insult, a wound inflicted, a weeping sore that never heals. Far beyond the grave they carry that wound and wait for a weak spot. Death is the last mystery, the great adventure. But I'm not in any hurry to investigate. Jean Brash, who keeps the best bawdy house in Edinburgh, the Just Land, keeps also the finest coffee, and assures me she will shortly receive a new batch from the Lebanon. The least I can do is hang around to try the brew. The day is fine. We're safe during the day. But the night belongs to Satan, Lucifer thrown from heaven, thirsting for revenge. I am James McLevy, Inspector of Police, and I shall keep on the qui-vive, lest his satanic majesty come to town.
Oh, my God!
What ails you, mistress?
Hannah, it's only you.
None other than...
Must you make all that racket?
9 o'clock. What would Madam like for breakfast? A mess of pottage?
I had a terrible dream.
McLevy naked as an ape.
No. I was like a wee creature, a bird of sorts, and this great big thing was looming over me with great big hairy claws.
Well, that's what you get for eating French snails with champagne. And the thing's hardly out their shells.
They're supposed to be like that.
He was a guy queer-looking bugger anyway, that man you were flouncing over.
He's a coffee importer, a special breed.
Mm-hmm. Breakfast. What do you desire, Mrs. Brash?
Something plain.
I'll scare up an egg.
I hear Donald McKeever's back in the city.
Is he now?
Your old admirer. Still in love, I'll wager.
Soft-boiled. The egg.
That's how I like it. Oh, it was a bad dream, Hannah. Evil. And I was like a child.
Stay away from snails, then. Mullets play merry hell with the mind.
There they were, two young constables staring into each other's eyes, McLevy.
Worrying, right enough.
They'd be trying to mesmerise, iris to iris.
How would you know, Mulholland?
It's all the rage, sir.
It is superstitious drivel.
They say there's scientific evidence to support such, Lieutenant Roach.
The pernicious influence of spiritualism creeping round the city like a plague, like some sort of Catholic plot.
Oh, you blame the Pope, do you?
I would not be surprised.
That hadn't occurred to me.
I will not have my constables staring into each other's eyes.
What does Mrs. Roach think?
She... I am being dragged this very evening to the Usher Hall to witness some show full of quackery and deceit.
Mariana Eagle, Princess of the Occult.
I have seen the poster. Some young female discovered in America and brought over here to blight and ruin our civilization.
I don't think the Edinburgh Castle will crumble because somebody's conversing with goblins in the Usher Hall.
Our country is founded upon God-fearing Christianity, McLevy. Undermine that and anything can happen.
Lieutenant Roach, I am in dire necessity.
Mr. Craigie, is married life not agreeing with you, sir?
Oh, it was fine until a while ago.
What happened then?
My house has disappeared, vanished, as if it had never been.
You've not touched your pastry.
You can have it.
Very nice. Fleeky. Still lost in your dream.
Dreams foreshadow things, Hannah.
Ladies, what a glorious sight to behold.
Mr. McKeever. I believe you know my friend Hannah here.
Only too well. How are you, Miss Semple?
Tolerable.
May I join you?
If that's your intention.
Thank you. If you would allow me, Hannah, you have a sliver of pastry just below your nostril to the left. Permit me with my napkin to remove it.
So gallant. And how have the tables treated you, Mr. McKeever?
Good in Bristol, fair in London, catastrophic in Manchester.
So you're back with your tail between your legs.
Not quite. I made a killing in Dumfries.
Still a gambler, eh?
I cannot change.
Well, you'll have to take the consequence.
I still have hopes, Hannah.
I'm no a card to be turned over.
Beg your pardon for the intrusion, ladies.
At Waverley Station.
My companion tells me that you are Jean Brash, a woman of influence.
I have my moments.
Allow me to introduce myself. Cyrus Cotton, protector and promoter to Mariana Eagle.
The spirit woman.
No less.
She knows the future, they say.
That could be useful in matters matrimonial.
I can tell you for nothing.
Mariana! You are right, my dear. The lady is Jean Brash.
I was sure of it.
You have the advantage of me, Miss Eagle. I am certain that we have never met.
Perhaps it was in another world.
This one will suffice, sir.
You see, you can tell the future, Miss Eagle.
Oh, that depends upon your past.
I used to be a dab hand with the tea leaves.
It is also said that many of the supposed gifts of a medium are nothing but tricks of the trade.
There are such tricksters, but Mariana is not one of them.
Every action leaves a trace element. These traces form a pattern, a shape of things to come. Sometimes I can read such things, even in the tea leaves.
Then, tell me one thing about myself I would not expect you to know.
You have bad dreams. Goodbye, Mistress Brash. I hope you enjoyed the show tonight.
I don't have tickets.
Oh, you will be there. I know it. We must go, Cyrus.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, one and all.
Donald McKeever, Having made such a killing in Dumfries, you may purchase me a hot chocolate and Mistress Brash a fresh pot of coffee.
Your wish is my command, Hannah. Just like old times, eh?
Well, what do you think, mistress?
I think, Hannah, that we'll go and see the show.
So it was not the whole house that disappeared, sir, more like the contents.
My clothes, my wife's fine dresses, jewellery, even the wine cellar, all gone.
A clean sweep, eh?
My poor little Gertrude is bereft.
Your wife, I take it.
Of course it's my wife.
And where is the lady?
She's gone back to her mother.
Oh dear, that is bereft.
Been round the back, sir.
And?
Usual story.
And the honeymoon was such a splendid affair.
Where did you go?
The Isle of Skye.
Did it rain?
All the time.
The place is forever drenched.
It was splendid. And then to return to this. Oh, how could it happen? We let the servants go, locked the house securely, and when we came back, it was just the same. Locked, secure, just the same.
Not quite, sir. I noticed at the back one of the small windows is a crack open.
It jams.
I checked the outside wall below.
Scrapes and scuff marks, no doubt.
And the frame itself scratched.
But even if opened, who could enter such an aperture?
A small boy. Agile, as they often are.
And I noticed that you keep a spare set of keys on a nail by the front door.
That's only common sense.
Well, here's another kind. The boy threw the window to unlock the front door, the thieves in, rifled the house, load the cart, off they travel.
The boy locks the door again, hangs up the keys, out back through the window, pulls it tight shut and...
Hey presto, the mystery of the locked room.
That's terrible.
Criminal mind in action, sir.
What can be done?
We'll make the usual rounds. I must ask you to compile a list of the jewellery and clothes. I fear the wine will be long gone.
There is one thing above all.
And what is that, Mr. Craigie?
A present to Gertrude from her mother.
Gertrude is the wife.
A silver music box. She treasures it dearly.
Any particular tune?
It plays the Bluebells of Scotland.
Ah, where, tell me where, has my Highland laddie gone? Most appropriate.
That was nice of Mr. Craigie to give us his tickets.
I don't think wee Gertrude was in a mood to be exhibited.
Well, we did our best for him. Round all the usual haunts, but not a sign.
Maybe we should ask Miss Eagle. You haven't come across a music box in your travels, eh? Spear amongst the spirits.
There's Lieutenant Roach. Down and along.
Shall we wave?
I don't think so. He doesn't look very happy.
He's with his wife.
James McLevy, I had no perception that you favoured the occult.
Jean Brash. Are you going to open a body house in the spirit world?
And how are you, Constable?
Very well, thank you.
Isn't he a handsome brute, eh? Well, what do you think, Mr. McKeever?
He has youth on his side.
What have you got?
I can still cut a dash.
My coffee has arrived from the Lebanon.
What is it like?
A sublime experience.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Usher Hall, you are about to witness manifestations that will challenge belief, that may change the way you undertake your own life. As the bard of Avon put it, there are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy.
Hamlet, just after the ghost.
Prepare yourself to be in the presence of magical powers, powers that transcend mortal understanding. An awesome journey.
Hold on to your hearts, then.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to present Miss Mariana Eagle. An object. Can you tell? Voice it, Mariana. You must tell me, what do I hold?
A lady's glove.
Will you tell me its material?
Leather. It is made of leather.
It's no that difficult.
How so? The woman's blindfolded and facing to the back of the stage.
All in how he frames the question.
How do you know about it?
I've been around, Hannah.
What do you think, James?
I reserve judgment.
Look, sir, he's got the lieutenant.
And now, this fine gentleman here. Can you offer forth an object, sir?
I doubt it very much. Don't elbow me, Matilda. All right, very well. Here.
Thank you. I ask you, Mariana, here. Do you know? Pray, tell me.
It is a handkerchief.
One handkerchief. Its color?
White.
Spotless. I'll have it back, please. Are you afraid that I will steal it, sir?
It is a simple enough matter, a code of sorts.
Explain it, then.
Because I can't crack it. It takes a certain mental facility.
Does it now?
Well, that lets the rest of us out.
I'm sure there's hope. But as I have said, an advanced mental facility.
Here, I have a challenge for you.
A volunteer, that's what I like to see. The lady of the tea leaves. What do you have to offer?
Try this.
Hannah Semple, do you want to show me up?
See how good she is this time.
Indeed, a most interesting artifact. Mariana, here's a thing. Hurry up, this is a dangerous situation. Very dangerous.
A razor. It is a cutthroat razor.
What is it, my dear girl?
Blood. I can see blood.
I wipe it every morning.
The man beside you. His hands covered in blood. His face, his body washed in blood.
Forgive me for such dramatics. I do not come across a man like you very often.
What kind of man is that?
I always have tea at the interval. Darjeeling, care for some?
No thanks.
I'd only spill it, ma'am.
What kind of man?
A man of such dark passion and mortality, the spirit spoke to me. You carry an aura of doom, a bridegroom of blood.
You trail stuff around, that's for sure.
I bring doom to those who break the law.
And not only that, you bring death.
It has happened in the course of justice.
I was curious to meet such a man.
Well, now you have.
And we were curious to meet such a beautiful woman, ma'am.
Oh, thank you. Please, extend your hand to me, sir.
I can manage that.
Now, I put out mine. Over till the palms touch. Now, do not move.
I can manage that.
What is it, Miss Eagle?
I saw an old woman, skin and bones, dying in a nest of cells, curled up like a dry leaf.
I do not know such a person.
5 minutes, Mariana.
Thank you. The vision means nothing to you, Inspector?
I didn't see it. You did.
You may leave now. I must compose myself for the second half.
It's quite a show you put on.
It is mostly for popular consumption, but now and again a different reality intrudes.
Like the blood.
And the old woman you do not recognize?
We'll be on our way, ma'am. Enjoy the Darjeeling.
Thank you. Inspector, please take care. The doom you carry might well be your own.
I'll keep a weather eye open. Goodbye, Miss Eagle.
What do you think of all that?
A mystery to me.
Inspector, let me escort you back to the hall.
We'll find our way. What's the hole on the wall there?
Ah, that is the Judas window. Let me show you. Now, from here we can see everyone in the audience, but not they us.
Is that so? Aha! There's the lieutenant, and Jean Brash, Hannah, and...
Let me have a look-see. Oh, right enough.
Did I not read in the programme that there will be a mesmeric demonstration?
One of Mariana's many talents.
Out of the way, Mulholland. You see that man where I'm pointing?
Not the lieutenant.
No, not at all. Him. Him over there.
Beside the razor lady?
That's the fellow. Donald McKeever.
A man of advanced mental facility.
You think she could take him on?
He wouldn't stand a chance.
I'd consider it a favour.
2 minutes still, Carsten.
I'll do my best, sir. I always like to stay on the right side of the law. Now, you must excuse me.
Advanced mental facility.
Though one thing has just struck me, Constable.
What is that, Inspector?
It is possible that Miss Eagle could have seen me through this very window before she came onto the stage.
You have a terribly suspicious mind, sir.
Since birth, Mulholland. Only since birth.
The moment of truth, Hannah.
Wasn't my idea.
What if he confesses things on his mind?
Because
A young lady in the audience, Hannah Semple. I wish to make her my wife. I'll go down on my knees. Oh, dear Miss Semple, give me the joy of hearing your dulcet tones in answer.
In front of all the folk?
He'd be spellbound.
Oh, spellbound or no, it would be his last act.
Can you two keep quiet?
So, Mr. McKeever, can you assure our audience that you are in no way an accomplice of Miss Eagle or myself?
I most certainly can.
And that you will resist the mesmeric forces with all the power at your command?
Resist, defy, and conquer.
I leave the subject to you, Miss Eagle.
Mr. McKeever, will you turn towards me?
I will.
Take a deep breath, and as you let it go, I wish you to empty out your mind.
That'll no be difficult.
What you wished?
Now, look into my eyes and tell me what you see.
I see my own reflection.
And is it a strong man you see?
Strong as an oak.
Good, that's good. Such men are rare. Now, I want you to look deep in my eyes. You are strong. You need not fear to lose yourself. You need not fear surrender. You are strong.
I am strong as an oak.
Look into my eyes. Listen to the sound of my voice. Observe this ring upon my finger. See how it glitters in the light? See how it glitters in the light.
He'll never live it down.
Oh, Hannah Semple will see to that.
The way he stood on one leg.
With his arms out like wings.
What in God's name? Oh, you two, I might have known it.
Just reliving last night, sir.
What an embarrassment.
Well, the man was asked, under the mesmeric influence, to render the sound of the animal he most resembled inside.
And it turned out to be a cockerel.
Thank God it wasn't me up there.
And what would your inner animal be, sir?
A crocodile, probably. Stuart Craigie was at the station this morning and he seemed to be mostly concerned about a music box.
The Bluebells of Scotland.
Very romantic. What is your progress on the theft?
Nothing so far, but I've set certain inquiries in motion.
I wait with bated breath. On the way down Leith Walk, I crossed paths with John Shields, manager of the British Linen, and he told me something in strict confidence.
Which you're about to break.
Don't be smart, James. One of his clients has withdrawn a large amount of cash from her account, an old lady, and when he inquired as to what she might be intending with the cash, the woman was somewhat evasive.
No law against that, sir.
Bankers, I hate to see money going out the door.
Yes, but according to Shields, the old lady has a tenuous connection to her wits. He's worried lest there be exploitation of some kind.
What's the name of this old biddy?
A Mrs. Gulliver. I know her from church.
Short, slight frame, white hair, blue eyes.
Hangs her head to the side.
Indeed. How did you two know?
She lives opposite Stuart Craigie.
We met her when we knocked the street doors to see if anyone had noticed unusual activity.
Not a person had. Too respectable.
Well, I want you to poke your nose in.
Under what guise?
We could use the Craigie theft as excuse.
That's a clever idea, Constable.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Well, if that's your wish, sir.
It is. Since her husband's death, Mrs. Gulliver has been a trifle sporadic in her attendance at the kirk, but she is a good Christian soul for all that. This is out of character.
Perhaps she's donating to charity?
Then why not say so?
Not every good Christian proclaims the fact.
I don't need lessons in Christianity from you, McLevy. Now go forth and labour.
I don't get many visitors, not that I can see.
See?
Visible.
Well, we're most certainly that.
And have to report that your locks and bolts are fine and steady.
Oh, poor Mr. Craigie.
Most unfortunate.
There he was, full of the joys of spring. Mind you, it does not last.
What doesn't last?
The joys of spring, summer, autumn, and then winter, or a bitter season.
Mrs. Gulliver, it has come to our notice that you may have withdrawn a sum of money from your bank.
I did, as instructed.
Who instructed you, ma'am?
My husband, John.
Would that be him up there in the picture?
Yes.
With the black crape round it?
Yes.
Forgive me, but would that not seem to indicate that your husband is, in fact, dead?
Yes. But he speaks to me often.
Ah, what does he say?
That is a private matter, beyond mortal understanding.
Then what does he instruct you?
That is none of your business, young man. Gentlemen, I thank you for your concern as regards my security, but now I must ask you to leave. I am fatigued and need a wee lie down.
I'm sorry if we've tired you out, ma'am.
I shall recover. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, ma'am.
One thing more.
Yes, ma'am?
Could you both, gentlemen, sniff?
Sniff?
Yes, please. What do you smell?
Furniture polish. We a touch of lavender.
Definitely lavender.
No cabbage?
Not at all.
Then your visit has not been in vain, gentlemen. Goodbye.
Mrs. Scoliver, I have no right whatsoever to intrude upon the intimate exchange of husband and wife, dead or alive, but I would ask you one thing.
And what is that?
Do not proceed on impulse. Think long and deep before committing yourself to a course of action. What profession was your husband?
An undertaker.
A man noted for their cautious calculations. Follow his example. Make caution your watchword. Look before you leap.
That's what John used to say.
A wise man, Mrs. Gulliver.
I will consider what you say.
Thank you. It has been most illuminating. A meeting of minds.
You gave me your word.
To err is human.
You promised.
The last time, I swear it.
That horrible little man asking for money.
An oversight. It will be corrected.
I perform on stage like a monkey. Cheap tricks. It is a glove. It is brown. It is leather. Worse than any gimcrack charlatan.
To please the public.
These poor deluded women.
They need comfort.
You glean details from their servants. The cook steals. The house stinks of cabbage. And I corrupt myself. My powers. I no longer know what is real and what is not.
Your mesmeric influence is beyond price.
To make a man stand on one leg? And all to make money which you spend like water.
I wine and dine these people to advance your career.
To make yourself important in their eyes.
Not at all. We deserve a good life.
I don't want a good life. I want peace. Every city, it is the same story. One of your creditors knocks upon my door. But not this city. Not this moment. I am brought here for a reason. I have waited a long time, Cyrus.
Of course. It is your little secret. A secret you will not even confide to me.
Not even to you. The spirits and I have made a pact. To break that bond will cause great peril. I warn you.
I understand. You must trust me. Am I not like a father to you?
Yes.
The father you never had?
Yes. I have no one else. No father. No mother.
Half an hour call, Miss Eagle.
I will leave you now. You must compose yourself, my dear. Your public awaits.
Do not betray me, Cyrus.
Never. On my life. I will take care of everything, Mariana. Everything.
Take your life in your hands around these parts.
Uh-huh. Beyond mortal understanding.
What?
Mrs. Gulliver's words, and someone else's.
Cyrus Cotton, from the theatre.
And the old woman has been in commune with her dead husband. There's too much ectoplasm floating about Mulholland.
Swindle of some sort?
Folks are credulous. Last night, Miss Eagle saw blood on my hands, she said.
She did indeed.
It made me curious, so this morning I sent an inquiry to the Bristol police. That city was their last port of call. And as regards the Craigie theft, here is our present destination.
The Rusty Nail. A tavern straight from hell.
Headquarters of the Moxie gang.
Desperate bunch right enough.
I have saved them to last.
The men are savage, and the women 10 times worse. Do we have to go in, sir?
That's funny. The noise has stopped.
Maybe somebody died.
There's your answer, Constable. Where, tell me, where has my Highland laddie gone?
Damned music box.
A present to wee Gertrude from her mother. Last time I came in by the back door. This time we'll go in the front.
I wish we had reinforcements.
You have your hornbeam stick, and I my propensity for directed violence. Ready? What's the matter?
You usually say 1, 2, 3.
You can see it this time.
Very kind, sir. 1, 2, 3.
What a caper, eh?
One of the best.
Oh, it's good to know we haven't lost our touch.
You're a man of blood right enough.
What is all that bedlam in the cells, McLevy?
You explain, Mulholland. I'm out of breath.
Bluebells of Scotland, sir. On the music box, while the Moxie women danced around in all their stolen finery. For a moment, they looked almost
angelic, until they saw us.
From then on, it was devil take the hindmost.
But justice prevailed.
I am afraid Mistress Craigie's dresses have been somewhat ripped to pieces. Mr. Craigie's wine's all drunk, and the money long gone.
But we did retrieve this.
Stood on in the fracas, I'm afraid.
But maybe wee Gertrude will now come back to conjugal bliss.
Mrs. Craigie has already returned. She has unfortunately brought her mother along.
Oh dear.
That'll put a damper on the bliss.
Here, this arrived from Bristol Police. It is addressed to you, McLevy. Your fame spreads.
Thank you, sir. I shall endeavour not to let the adulation go to my head. Well, well. This concerns the Gulliver situation.
I await your findings.
You will receive them forthwith, Lieutenant. The fruits of my labour.
A very nice repast, Mr. McKeever.
Aye, you were the envy of the restaurant. One cock with 2 hens.
Are you sure I stood on the one leg?
Proud as punch.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
I've never been good at that. I lack balance.
I've noticed this.
I was worried you might propose to Hannah here under the influence.
I don't need mesmerism for that.
Just abstinence.
So what now do you think of Miss Eagle?
Oh, she is a powerful force, for good or evil.
That's the trouble with power.
Well, it's his hope that the just land hasn't fallen down in her absence, mistress.
Indeed. Let us hope for a lucky charm.
And to that end, with my compliments, Miss Semple.
What is it?
I believe it to be a wee box.
Open it, if you please.
A ring?
Gold. Simpson's the jewellers, no less.
For whatever finger fits, Hannah.
And what if I don't want such?
Throw it out the window. Angus, can you stop the horses? I shall bid you good night, ladies.
Is there not a gaming house close by here?
Indeed there is. Perhaps the Mesmer woman should have altered me to a leper.
Why is that?
Never change their spots.
Exactly. Good night, Miss Semple.
Well, are you going to try it on?
Might as well.
A perfect fit. Are you going to keep it?
Might as well. Not in the wedding finger, though.
Think of it as a statement of intent. Did you see that?
What is it?
Something on the corner there, looking at me.
Wait now. Nothing in sight, mistress.
I saw it, like in my dream, watching at me. A shape. A black shape.
Let's go home, Mistress Brash. It's been a long day.
So, the Princess of the Occult left Bristol under something of a cloud, eh?
Cyrus Cotton certainly did. An old lady who became addicted to private séances in order to contact her dead sister parted with a deal of her savings to him.
But it wasn't discovered till they were long gone.
And in any case, she will hear nothing against Mariana Eagle and refuses to press charges.
Bristol police had no proof. Nothing. Up in smoke.
Mr. Cotton is the villain of the piece, is he then?
Who knows?
You think the same thing is going on here?
It's possible.
This is a very delicate matter. We cannot blunder in and start throwing accusations right, left and centre. We're dealing with a respectable widow woman here.
Aye. You have to respect the respectable.
Come in. What is it, Sergeant Murdoch?
I have a word for the inspector, sir.
Have you now? Back in a minute, sir. Duty calls.
Very delicate matter.
And she's still got all her marbles. Well, most of them.
Perhaps if I went to see her, I did know her husband. I didn't like him, though.
Why not, sir?
He always looked at me as if measuring out a coffin.
Delicacy can go to hell. Mrs. Gulliver's cook had the night off. She returned to the house to find the front door open and her mistress upon the floor in the hall.
Dead and gone?
Unconscious, and now in the hospital. The gloves are off, sir.
As you say, McLevy, delicacy can go to hell.
We must leave, my dear. Leave at once.
What are you saying?
Pack our bags and go.
What have you done?
There's been an accident.
Tell me.
The old woman, she offered money and then at the last drew back.
You have harmed her.
I pushed. She fell.
You left her there.
No time for all this. We must leave. See, I have the money here in this packet. We can make a new start, Marianne.
And when she tells the police?
Later. We can talk later.
There is no later. Innocent blood demands retribution.
We can go back to America, safe and sound.
I am not leaving. I warned you, Cyrus. I have made a bond with the spirits. That bond must not be broken.
Then I shall leave alone.
I cannot afford that.
What?
And you must pay the price.
The price?
You must take the blame. The rightful blame.
I don't think so, my dear.
Perhaps you are correct. Perhaps we should leave. Yes. Tell me what to do. You're like father to me. I have no one else.
Yes, like a father. Now you see it.
Yes. What shall I do? Tell me. Look into my eyes.
I am to tell you, yes, safe and sound.
See the ring on my finger? How it glitters in the light? How it glitters in the light.
Mulholland, where are you?
I'm over here.
Where's that?
Right behind you.
Oh, for God's sake! Stop creeping around like a bloody phantom.
I am not creeping. I'm negotiating the obstacles, unlike yourself. Enough noise to waken the dead.
Shh!
Oh, a snake! Around my neck. It's a rope. Theatrical hinder parts are full of such things.
Oh.
They dangle.
Well, it's not very tidy. Oh, that was sharp.
I don't know why you wouldn't let the stage doorman put on the lights.
Because that would signal our presence. According to the man, Cyrus Cotton left the theatre just after the show ended and came back not a half an hour ago.
Miss Eagle is still in her dressing room.
Communing with the spirits, no doubt.
Shh, sir.
What?
Don't move.
I can't move. You've gripped me like an octopus.
On the actual stage, at the back corner, is that not the figure of a man?
Oh, you may be right. Cyrus Cotton, if that is indeed yourself back there, I would ask you to come forward.
There's no escape, Mr. Cotton.
I'm James McLevy, Inspector of Police, and I wish a few words exchanged. Face to face.
I fear you will all be disappointed. He's on the move.
Try and head him off.
On my way.
Why so, Mr. Cotton?
Where I go, you may not follow.
And where is that, sir?
A place beyond mortal understanding.
And where would that be, exactly?
Where I shall find peace.
Mulholland, where are you?
I'm holding on over here.
Wait! Don't panic in the dark!
I'm not doing any such thing.
Where are you?
Here, below, hanging on.
Where?
You stood on me.
Take my hand. Now, up we go. Oh, are you all right, Mulholland?
Well, I'm fine. 1 minute he was there, and the next gone. I followed and stepped into nowhere.
An empty space. Do you have a lucifer?
Wait. It's the trap door of the stage, wide open.
And see, below. Oh, Oh, it's a long way down.
My God. Like something out of a mystery play.
A broken neck. And banknotes scattered all over the body. The wages of sin.
Ow! Wait now.
He hasn't moved.
I doubt he ever will.
I felt it. A soul has departed. I warned you, James McLevy. You bring death. You bring death to all you touch. The spirits have gathered. They watch. They wait for you. The doom will be your own.
Then Mulholland burnt his fingers again, and all the spirits buggered off, I suppose.
How's the coffee?
Sublime. Does it have a name?
Mountain Breeze.
Very nice. Mrs. Gulliver has recovered herself, mostly in shock, the poor old biddy. She insists the whole money idea came from Cyrus Cotton.
And how was it presented?
Considerable donations sought to establish a school for psychic research.
You can do it for nothing now. Why did the old lady change her mind?
Somebody whispered in her ear.
I wonder who.
But Mariana Eagle is in the clear. No proof against her. In fact, Mrs. Gulliver still swears by the woman.
So Miss Eagle has come out covered in roses.
And intends to stay on in Edinburgh. That's nice.
What about her predictions for your own future?
The doom of James McLevy. Well, we all have to die sometime, but as far as I'm concerned, the spirits can wait their hurry.
Here's some area witch's brew, and I found some broken biscuits.
You are too kind, Miss Semple.
Oh, a fine piece of jewellery you sport, Hannah.
An engagement ring from Donald McKeever?
No such, just a ring. Here, this parcel was handed in at the door for you, mistress.
Was it now? What could it be?
Some secret admirer, no doubt.
Don't be envious, James. Oh!
Oh, dear. Another corpse.
A poor wee bird and tissue paper.
It is a linnet, a singing bird.
Does it have resonance with you?
I had a dream, and in it, I was a poor creature such as this one.
Who would kill a poor wee bird?
The death might well have been natural.
Nothing about this is natural.
I shortly took my leave, full of mountain breeze. Yet when I reached the gates of the just land, I looked back. Hannah had long gone, and Jean was sitting alone at the table. For a moment she looked strangely fragile, like a child, but then she glanced up, saw me, smiled, and waved goodbye. So be it. When I reflect upon this case, all the ends seem tied up. It is ninepence. The music box has been returned. Wee Gertrude's mother may not outstay her welcome. The Moxie gang will pillage no more. Mrs. Gulliver got her money back, which now rightfully resides in the British Linen Bank. And then we come to Cyrus Cotton. It would seem he met his just deserts, though I cannot rid myself of the feeling that it was all laid out in front of me like a theatrical tableau. As for Mariana Eagle, she is a mystery to me, and likely to remain so. What in God's name is that? Oh, now I see. It is a seagull, a large specimen with a yellow hooked beak, and it has just tapped upon my window like a harbinger of doom. And the damn thing doesn't budge. Go away, seagull, or it'll be the worse for you. Away you go and choke on a fishbone. It still does not move, and looks in on me like a bird of ill omen, like a messenger from hell. I am James McLevy, Inspector of Police, and tonight I shall lie with both eyes open on the qui-vive.
Seventh son of a seventh son. He's supposed to have the power.
I don't think I qualify on either count.
No. More Dundee cake?
Oh, one piece is quite enough. Does it really come from Dundee?
I'd have to investigate. Must be a strange thing, hearing voices.
The first time as a child I experienced such, I thought I was mad. So I kept it secret.
Children often do keep secrets.
Yes. And then I was discovered.
By Cyrus Cotton, lately deceased.
He took over my life. In America, he moved me from place to place, hall to hall.
He exploited your gift.
Mariana Eagle, the great medium, the princess of the occult. Then we came to this country, this city, and for the first time, I felt at home.
What about your own parents?
I was adopted, a fairy child, never a part of the happy home. Cyrus became my family, but he betrayed me.
Well, suffered for his sins. Stepped into thin air, broke his neck, like the hangman.
You have a strange humour.
Part of the profession.
Perhaps. But Cyrus Cotton did not meet the hangman. He met his fate.
Running from the law. A stage trap door open and a long way down.
Old women came to me for comfort, like Mrs. Gulliver, to contact their departed. Cyrus swindled money from them, abused the spirits.
And they caught up with him?
He met his fate.
It is a fine day. Would you walk with me a little, Miss Eagle?
A pleasure, Constable Mulholland.
Martin is preferable.
Mariana is also.
I'll get the bill.
Yeah.
No matter where you are, there's always one lurking.
Indeed. Always a price to pay.
Courtship. To my mind, there are few more amusing predicaments than the male after the female, and the female after her own ends. I've been watching the pigeons on the slates from the vantage of my attic window. The male puffs out his chest and warbles soft endearments, while the female looks the other way, as if all this cooing was getting on her nerves. Then she flies away, but not too far, and so it begins all over again. Coo, coo, au revoir, come and get me. Spring, the season, nature on the randan. I wonder if all this is a good omen for the converging nuptials of Donald McKeever and Hannah Semple, a gambler and the keeper of the keys of a bawdy house. Surely that must serve nature's purpose also, in its own peculiar way. Surely. And I wonder if Jean Brash will be a bridesmaid. She's been just about everything else. Ah, well, I suppose I'd better wander into work. I am James McLevy, Inspector of Police. No one would ever want to marry me. And even if they did, I'd never ask. Spring is the season. The sap is rising.
Make way, I shall deal with this. Sir, you accomplish little standing over the poor woman. Are you all right, young lady?
I thank you, sir. I had the most severe sensation.
Indeed, you fell like a tree. Let me help you up. Now, can you all move back, if you will, and give this young woman some air to breathe? Be about your business, please.
Very commanding, sir.
It is my occupation. May I escort you to a venue where you may recover somewhat?
You're very kind. My head is spinning. Forgive me, sir.
Dear, yes. Let me support you.
Take your hands off my wife.
I beg your pardon.
You dirty old lecher.
Lecher?
William, no. This gentleman came to my assistance.
His fingers were fumbling.
I was being a support.
William, I fainted in the street because of my condition.
Sorry, sir.
I can stand on my own now, thank you. My husband is a wee bit jealous.
As well as being remarkably ill-mannered.
I said I was sorry.
You have not been married long, you see, and I'm in the early stages.
Stages?
I am expecting.
A little stranger.
Ah, well, that would explain the fainting fit.
It would it not?
Well, I had better be on my way. I shall leave you, ma'am, in the no doubt capable but somewhat impetuous hands of your husband. Good day to you both.
Good day, sir.
And thank you again for all your assistance. A Samaritan indeed.
What did you get?
His wallet.
Let me see. Oh, a fine fat receptacle. And here's his card. Well, well.
What?
Lieutenant Robert Roach, Leith Constabulary.
Oh my God. Run for your life.
Mutton dressed as lamb.
Will you keep still? My knees are killing me.
The blushing bride. With much to blush about.
One more pin. There. The dressmaker can finish it off, and you, Hannah Semple, will look like the belle of the ball.
I thank you, Mistress Brash, but I doubt my dancing days are far a hint.
Oh, surely you can raise a wee gallop.
Surely, as long as it's all downhill.
May I make an entrance, ladies?
You certainly may not, Donald McKeever. It's bad luck for the groom to see the bride in her wedding dress before the event.
I could take a fright.
Wait downstairs.
The girls are all wandering about in their underwear.
Well, this is the just land, a body house.
Oh, very well. You may enter as long as you come in backwards and face the door.
I thank you most kindly.
Well, what is it?
I have a ring for you to try on.
You won it at the cards.
I did not.
You already gave a ring.
That was a fixed stake. This is the race.
Reach out your hand backwards.
Here you are.
Try it for size, Hannah.
A tight fit, but... Oh, my God.
What is it?
The ring, it's stuck.
What?
Don't panic. Butter works wonders.
No, it's stuck. We'll have to cut it off.
What?
The finger. Just a wee joke. You can have it back. Fits fine.
Thank you.
That was not funny, Hannah Semple.
You'll be the death of me.
I'll do my best. What about that base man of yours?
Gilbert Patterson is a man of his word.
He'd sell his mother for the ace of spades.
He'll be here, don't you worry. Well, that was me facing the door. And this is me out of it. Goodbye, ladies.
Donald seems a bit shifty to me.
I think that's just his disposition.
Aye, shifty.
Is there not a single person in this world you can trust?
It would seem not so, sir. My Aunt Katie always says...
I am not concerned with the proverbial wisdom of your Aunt Katie.
What's going on here? A murder?
The lieutenant has suffered a personal depredation.
A young woman faints in the street. I, like a true gentleman, offer a steadying arm. What happens?
You lost your wallet.
Yes, I did.
You helped her to her feet. She stumbled against you, then a distraction.
Her husband accused me of lechery.
Distraction, right enough.
You need to spend more time on the streets, sir.
I need the streets cleared of riffraff.
What were the contents of the purloined wallet, sir?
The money is neither here nor there.
Just as well.
But there is a photograph of my wife, which I always carry on my person.
It's very touching, sir.
Well, it's gone now. The girl was pretty, brown hair, average height. The man a stunted specimen, squash face like a pug dog. She addressed him as William. False appellation, no doubt.
You'd be surprised, sir, how often they use their given names. Billy Baxter and Grace Smith.
Could be. Thought they'd moved over the bridges.
Must have got homesick. Not exactly the first tier of criminality, sir.
High enough for me. Find them.
Even if we do, there is the small matter of proof.
Just find them. I'll do the rest.
Nobody can touch us, Grace, nobody.
It works every time. I'm expecting a baby, sir.
A little stranger. Wish you were.
That would spoil everything, Billy. I like to be free and easy.
Someday, maybe, though, eh?
Well. Gracie Smith. What a pretty sight.
Richard Sims. An honour indeed.
I have an enterprise on hand, Grace. You might play a leading part.
Grace only works with me.
What kind of part?
An important one.
But I'm just a wee pocket delver.
Born for better things, Grace.
Happy where she is.
The Exchange Hotel, 7 o'clock this night. Supper. I will tell you as much as you need to know, my bonny girl.
I'll be there.
What about me?
You, my dear Billy, do not qualify.
I'll cut his throat.
He's top man of the fraternity. They say there's not a trick he hasn't pulled.
You best watch your body, Grace.
I can take care of myself. I'm a big girl now, and ready for anything.
Mistress Semple, how are you?
Oh, Miss Eagle, I didn't see you.
You were occupied at market.
Aye. You see, the bride's supposed to wear something borrowed, something blue.
That is the tradition.
Oh, I just found the blue. This lovely wee piece of ribbon. I can tie it round my wrist. The sleeve of the gown will cover.
Entirely proper. And something borrowed?
Not yet.
Then may I offer this small token? An embroidered handkerchief. Pure white linen.
I'm not very good with purity. I thought to come and see you.
To have the future told?
Something like that.
Put your hand in mine.
Here and now.
One else?
Right enough. There you are.
Oh, dear God.
What ails you, mistress?
A picture in my mind. A wedding. A most unwelcome guest. A dark shadow.
That's more like a funeral.
Pay no heed. These visions often mean little. Please, take the handkerchief as my gift.
Aye, thank you. A dark figure, eh?
Oh, it was nothing. A picture. I must go home. Rest. Goodbye. And good wishes.
Thank you. I'll need them.
Imagine falling for that.
The lieutenant doesn't get out much.
Behind a desk. Serves him right.
Now, remember hubris, sir.
Pride before a fall.
The fates are watching.
You're getting very mystical, Mulholland. How is Miss Eagle these days?
I had early tea with her this morning.
Careful you don't end up like Cyrus Cotton.
That was an accident. Ran from us in the dark stage, missed his foot, and down he fell.
The trap door left open.
By accident.
A convenient one. His death prevented us from any wee questions about Miss Eagle's possible part in the Gulliver swindle.
She was innocent.
Nobody is innocent.
Inspector, just the man I want to see.
Is your bride to be in jail?
No yet, but I've lost my best man.
That's careless.
Gilbert Patterson was to arrive by the overnight train, but he stayed in London. A big game, high stakes.
Not unlike marriage.
Precisely so, but now I'm in need of a man I can trust.
Me? I have a memory like a hen, and I'd lose the ring.
I'll keep it close, don't worry.
Have you no other friends?
They're all gamblers.
You're in the frame, sir.
I'll just bring bad luck.
Inspector, man to man, Jacobite to Jacobite, surely you would not see me stop for an arm to lean upon. In my hour of need?
Oh, my God.
Sorry I'm late, mistress.
Hannah, you remember that parcel sent to me with a dead bird inside?
The linnet? Aye. Never did find the culprit.
Well, I've just had another delivery.
What? Oh, for God's sake. Who could do such a thing? Poor wee mite.
It looks like it died peaceful enough.
It's a gay dismal operation.
Don't worry. We'll solve the mystery. No. And it won't affect the wedding.
I hope no. No looking too cheerful so far. Dark shadows and deed birds.
Don't you worry. The mystery will be solved and we'll all live happily ever afterwards.
That's for fairy tales. This is Leith.
You have no right to question.
I'm your man.
You don't own me.
I share your bed.
Until I rise.
Don't get smart with me, Grace.
Take your hands off me. I'll only tell you once.
All right. Sorry.
I should think so.
But I ask you once again, what you're up to with Richard Sims?
We discussed a business proposition.
Such as?
I do him a favour and he returns the compliment.
What kind of favour?
That's confidential.
Did he take advantage?
What a low remark. I'm away then.
Where?
My mother's. Stay the night.
You don't like your mother.
Like or no, she's family and taken sore ill.
Since when?
Since I've been told so by the neighbours.
I don't believe you.
Then go to hell.
I am warning you, Grace.
You're warning nothing.
If it wasn't for me, you'd still be on the streets.
That's where I am, Billy. On the streets. And I'm born for better things.
Grace! Don't leave me!
There is a crescent moon this evening, hooked into the belly of the sky, a cruel shape, like a scimitar. Down it will crash, and some poor soul will find his head bouncing along the street in front of him, shouting, "I warned you, but you wouldn't take blind notice." I have a feeling that some dark beastie deep within my nature has sensed a hidden danger and is trying to alert me of such. But I'm too thick-blooded, too damn civilized to receive the message. Somewhere in my city a malign influence is coming to life. Ah, never mind the poor beastie. We shall fight it together, the savage and the civilized man. What a combination! And who can withstand it? Let us hope there is no call for conflict. Let us hope that spring is left in peace to work its magic, that the pigeons slide in ecstasy upon the slates, and high above in the sky the little birdies fly at peace and sing their songs to heaven. Tweet, 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 tweet. That's nice.
The lieutenant is not impressed we haven't yet found these two dippin' delvers.
All in good time.
You're in fine fettle.
Strong coffee, 3 cups.
With 4 sugars in each.
What about your own breakfast? Did you take tea with your wee psychic bundle of joy?
Mariana...
Oh, Mariana now.
...is indisposed. Her sleep was troubled.
Have the spirits been vexing her?
She lives in 2 worlds. Not unlike yourself.
What worlds am I caught between?
Duty and inclination.
James McLevy, are you coming to the wedding later this day?
I expect so. Unless there is urgent criminality.
Are you all right, Constable?
Something stuck in my throat, ma'am.
You'll be there?
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
This is a new carriage you have, Jean Brash.
The wheels fell off the old one.
Uh-huh, very nice. The wages of sin, eh?
You remember that parcel with a dead bird?
Aye, a linnet.
I received another, just the same.
Did you now?
I did indeed.
You'd best be careful.
I can look after myself.
When we think that, that's when the devil nips in.
Well, can't stay gabbing with the likes of you. Have to get to church.
I mean it, Jean. Watch your step.
I'm well protected. On we go, Angus. Get the cuddies moving.
Nothing like a wedding to ginger up the females.
Uh-huh.
Why didn't you tell her about your new part in proceedings?
Oh, she'll find out soon enough. What do you know about linnets?
Singing birds. You see them in the market, in cages, like prisoners in a cell.
What would a dead one in a parcel signify?
Does Jean Brash have any deadly enemies?
Oh, I'm sure she's made a few in her time. Come along now, Constable. Better things to do than worry about a body housekeeper. And I have an idea where we may find our pocket delvers.
Now you pick up the wedding cake, Angus.
Aye, aye.
Then back to the Just Land to help Hannah with the girls. I'll join you later.
Right you are, mistress. Come on then, get out there. On!
And don't drop the cake. So much to do, so little time to do it in.
Mistress Brash.
Eh? Grace Smith, what are you doing here?
Hoping to find you, mistress. This is where Hannah Semple will be married, is it not?
Uh-huh. Church of St. Thomas. The Reverend Snodden owes me for services rendered.
What I seek from you, mistress. A favour.
Make it quick, Grace. I'm a busy woman. I have to check the flowers in the church and then back to the Just Land.
It's my mother. She's deathly ill, Mum.
Pickled in whiskey, more like.
No. She's near to death. Her breath is all choked up.
Oh, I'm sorry, Grace.
Well, the neighbours told me. It happened that sudden. She wants to see you before she dies.
Me?
Talks about you all the time. She's that proud of you. What you made yourself.
Aye, she was kind to me when I first began the trade. I was in much need of kindness.
Oh, please, mistress, please. It will not take long, and she lives close by.
All right, I'm early for the minister in any case. But I warn you, Grace, death or no death, it'll have to be quick.
Oh, thank you, Mistress Brash. You won't regret this. I can promise you that much. You won't regret it.
Flow gently, sweet Afton, among thy green braes. Flow gently, I'll sing thee a song in thy praise. My Mary's asleep by thy murmuring stream. Flow gently, sweet Afton, disturb not her dream.
Jenny Pearson, street singer, known in our parish as the Lethal in it. Very appropriate.
And there's our man at the back of the crowd.
Market day. Thought we'd find Billy here.
Not a sign of Grace Smith, though.
On his own, it would seem.
Not making a move, either.
Then we must provoke the bold boy. Now I take this old hat from out of my pocket, jam it on my head. What do I look like?
The village idiot?
Exactly. The coat off, over the arm, assume the manner of drink taken, and you have a country bumpkin loose in the city, wallet hanging in his back pocket. Keep me in sight.
I'll do just that.
Hey, shoved right in front.
Oh, sorry, my friend, I can't see at the back. How about another song, then? How about the Piper o' Dundee? And that's a good one. I'll sing it for you. The Piper o' Dundee, and wasn't he a roguey, and wasn't he a roguey?
I'll relieve you of that wallet, sir. I just watched you steal it.
Fell out his pocket?
With the help of your fingers.
Now, my friend, dinna fuss with the law.
Who the hell are you?
Minus the hat. Who do you think?
McLevy.
A busy boy, William. You stole my lieutenant's wallet, and he's not best pleased. You need a wee respite.
In the cells.
Go ahead. Tell you the truth, I don't give a damn.
There you are, sir. Your pocketbook. It was still on his person.
Oh, that was somewhat imprudent.
The man seems distracted.
Not too distracted that he didn't spend all my money.
Oh, no, never so bad.
Ah, there it is.
The photo of your wife, safe and sound.
I have to thank you for this, McLevy.
She's got a very pleasant smile.
She was looking at me at the time. I thank you once more.
Oh, think little of it, sir. Years of experience.
As you never tire of telling me. Talking of which, you appear to have a visitor at the desk.
Aye, I do. Excuse me, Lieutenant. Anna Semple, what are you doing here?
The mistress is not to hand.
What?
Vanished. Up in smoke. Didn't turn up to meet the minister, didn't come back to the Just Land. Nowhere.
Not like Jean Brash.
She's been like a thing possessed with the wedding fingers in every pie. She wouldn't leave us in the lurch.
What could have transpired?
I knew as soon as I saw it, that bloody bird.
I warned her about such.
That's a lot of help.
Well, what do you want me to do?
Find the woman.
Sir, may I have... Oh, Miss Semple. Hello.
Hello yourself.
I just put Billy Baxter in the cells. Broken man.
Too bad.
Spilled out his heart to me.
That's nice.
Sad. A sad tale he told. And it concerned an old acquaintance of yours, sir.
He who laughs last, Jean Brash? She sits on the stool like a repentant child, bound and gagged, hand and foot. Oh dear. I prod with my toe, you fall to the ground and lie there like an animal. How sad. A long, long time ago, when you were at war, you had a rival, the Countess. I was on her side, a companion in arms. You won that war, Jean, and 2 of your men threw me into an ordure pit of this fair city. And as I lay there, with the evacuations of Edinburgh seeping into my very pores, you were standing at the edge, dressed to the nines with a peacock feather in your hat. And you said, "You'll know better next time, Mr. Sims." And I did know better. I have waited long years for this. Now, it is your turn to pay the piper. What do you say to that, eh? There. You may speak now.
You deserved all you got.
Be careful, Jean. It would not take much for me to smash my fist into your face.
Go ahead. When I get out of this, I'll bury you.
But will you get out of this, Jean? Now, let's get you back on the stool. I'll leave away the mouth rag. That was merely for the carriage ride. Here you may scream as much as you like. No one will acknowledge it. The cellar is hidden deep.
Then I won't bother.
But you lack something. Ah, I know. We'll take this sack here and put it over your head and pull it down. So. That just completes the picture. What do you think? Oh, you must wait now. There are many surprises in store. You must wait, Jean Brash.
You've no right to drag me in here.
You were spending like a sailor, Grace.
My mother's birthday. I was treating her.
Where did you get the money?
Billy Baxter gave it to me.
Billy Baxter is in jail.
Eh?
We caught him delving. But he didn't seem to care, didn't he, give a damn? Said you'd walked out on him. Broke his heart. Poor boy.
Oh, Billy, I didn't mean to harm him. He was just that jealous.
Of Richard Sims?
Billy told us everything, Grace.
He'd no right.
What are you up to with Sims, eh?
Does it concern Jean Brash?
No. I'm going back to my mother.
You're going nowhere. Jean Brash received death threats. Now she's disappeared. And you're in the frame for murder.
Murder?
Richard Sims is a sworn enemy.
Accomplice to murder, Grace.
That's the charge.
It was a trick, that's all.
Tell us. And not one lie, or you'll spend the rest of your life in jail.
I was to get Jean to come to our house to see my mother. I had to spend all night with the old bugger, then leave her in the tavern here to soak in whiskey.
While you brought Jean home?
Aye. I told her my mother was dying. But it's no true.
Get on with it.
Oh, that's me. I shoved her through the door and then closed it. Richard Sims was waiting with some men. I don't know after that.
Sims? What was his motive? Why do all this?
But he said Jean Brash owed him money. He would take her somewhere, leave her to stew in her juice. She wouldn't get to the wedding and lose face until she paid her debts. There was a debt to be paid.
Jean wouldn't have thought that kind of humiliation. She would seek revenge. Revenge! Blood would flow, and Richard Sims knew that.
She's not meant to come back.
That's my reading.
Oh, my God.
Where did he take her?
I don't know. He had a carriage waiting.
But he was going to leave her.
To stew in her juice.
So he'll come back to a hidey hole first.
Now, you answer me this, Grace Smith, and know that the rest of your life depends on the answer. Where do I find Richard Sims?
Who's there? Name yourself. Well, the least you can do is take this damned sap off my head.
Miss Eagle? Oh, thank God. How did you know I was here?
Because I arranged it all, Jean Brash.
Eh?
Down to the last detail.
Richard Sims is in your employ?
Let us say he owed me a debt, like yourself. But you must pay a different price.
Why? What harm have I done?
Murder. You are guilty of murder.
Show me the body.
The body is dust. My mother. And you put a knife into her heart.
McLevy? How did you get in here?
Magic. Where's Jean Brash?
Now, how would I know that?
Grace Smith told all.
Hardly acquainted the woman.
She knew you were at the Exchange Hotel. Now the door is fast. No one gets in till I see fit.
Lockpicks, eh? How you entered. That is a criminal act.
Where's Jean Brash?
I am unable to help you.
I don't know if it has escaped your notice, Richard. There are just two of us here.
I had observed that.
Good. I've had you in my sights this many a long year. But you're a slippery creature. You just slip out of sight. Now let me see. A fair drop below to the backyard. Flagstones and cobble, unreceptive to flesh and blood. Easy to clean, though.
You're a policeman, bound by law.
I left that outside the door. There are no rules in here. Nothing applies. Save, perhaps, the law of gravity.
Cyrus Cotton gave me this derringer to protect myself. Then he died for his sins. Keep moving, if you please.
Did you kill him?
I used my powers of mesmerism. He was an easy subject. Weak-willed.
Why are you doing this to me?
When we reach the destination, I will tell you then.
My legs are all cramped, tied up too long.
They're not tied now. Get up. Move.
So, what is our destination?
I've made it my business to explore this tunnel. It runs far under the city streets, deeper and deeper into darkness.
It stinks of defecation.
There are worse things.
I can walk no further.
Rest then. We have all the time in the world.
Where do you think you're going, Inspector?
Lieutenant, what are you doing here?
As you instructed, sir, I took Grace Smith to the station, and there I took it upon myself to inform the lieutenant...
After I asked 3 times.
...that I was heading back here.
And I thought I might tag along, because it was my instinct that you were up to something nefarious. Now, I may be mistaken, but do I not see, lying on the floor of that room, a man tied up in bedsheets?
No getting past you, sir.
Unfold him a little, Constable.
Sir?
He near killed me.
How so?
Held me out the window by my heels.
But he didn't drop you.
Look on the bright side.
Did he tell where Jean Brash is?
The cellar of an empty house down by the docks, but God knows where she might be now. I have to go at once, sir.
Of course, there are 2 constables in the lobby who can take care of this fellow.
I will make official complaint.
You lack proof. Now, where do we go from here, Inspector?
There. A small room. I had the door made special, with bars, like a cell. Get in. You will die there, like a dog.
The least you might do is tell me why you take all this trouble.
As I said, you killed my mother.
I don't know your damn mother.
Did you get the birds I sent? My mother had such a bird in her prison cell. A songbird. They both died in the Perth penitentiary.
Who was this woman?
The Countess. Oh. She kept a body house like you. There was a war over territory. You won.
The woman tried to kill me and caused the death of another. She broke the law.
She wrote to me from prison. Many letters. My foster parents hid them from me. The day I found them was the day I left. What was that?
Rats, no doubt. So your wonderful mother abandoned you in the New World.
She came there from East Europe to make her fortune and then have me. My mother was falsely accused and had to flee the country, but she promised her little girl that she would return. She never did. You saw to that. She wrote that you had caused her destruction. Jean Brash.
She made her own bed.
As you have done. I will leave you the candle. It is almost burnt down in any case.
That's very kind of you.
I am now going to shoot, not to kill. When my mother died, her leg was inflamed. The most terrible agony.
Go ahead and be damned to you.
You will die slowly, in pain, in darkness behind bars. It is the least I can do.
Jean Brash, where the hell are you? Dearie me, there's a fearsome smell of sewage in the air. Gardy-loo.
Oh, I knew I should know all these bloody ribbons.
Hannah, can you hear me?
Do not. Where are you?
Other side of the protection. Any sign of Jean Brash?
No. And you're supposed to give me away.
Thought that was a man's job.
Mind your own business. What about your best man?
He's not arrived either.
Might have known it.
Not Gilbert. I had to change partners.
Who is it new then?
James McLevy.
McLevy?
Beggars can't be choosers.
A policeman?
Doesn't matter. Neither on hand. No best man. No bride giver.
Oh, Donald. What are we going to do?
Richard Sims was a weak vessel, Mariana. You made a mistake there.
He owed my mother a debt, which he honoured.
But he cracked and confessed all. So here we are, birds of a feather.
I will have to kill you as well, Inspector.
Who are you going to shoot next? The Pope?
She thinks her mother hard done by.
The Countess. A murderous old biddy who deserved everything she got.
That's enough! Stand still, damn you!
A moving target, my dear.
Then she can take your place.
Go ahead. No great loss.
I'll remember that, James McLevy.
And I will do it now.
All right, all right. See? I've stopped. Now step out into the light, Miss Eagle. And let's see if you have the gumption to kill a man in cold blood.
Oh, I'm sure she has.
But she will have to stand steady.
Like a rock. Are you ready, Miss Eagle?
I am indeed.
Oh, just one thing. If you listen to all these voices in the spirit world, how come you've never heard from your mother?
It is a vast universe, but I will find her one day.
Goodbye, James.
See you in hell, Jean. You will allow me, Miss Eagle, to remove my hat. A man shouldn't die with his hat on.
Go ahead.
I thank you, ma'am.
Let me get this straight. You were stuck inside a cage with a princess of the occult pointing a gun at you and McLevy capering about like a healing.
That's about it.
No much an excuse for a half hour late.
Came as fast as we could, Hannah.
Funny smell round here.
Wait till you whiff the best man.
Do you have the ring? Don't be a panic. In my waistcoat pocket. Which one? This one. No. This one. No. Now what have I done with it? Oh, I remember. I put it in my inside pooch for safety.
There's a guy queer odour round here.
Sanctity.
James McLevy, as I live and breathe.
Jean Brash, what a menace you are.
Dearly beloved brethren, we are here gathered together in the sight of God and in the face of his congregation to knit and join...
Well, finally got McLevy and Jean Brash to the altar.
But they're on the wrong side, as usual.
That was some shot you made, sir. And that revolver owed us the hills.
Yes, I must admit when McLevy gave it me in the tunnel and said he'd provide me with a target, my heart sank.
Some shot. Knocked the derringer right out Mariana's hand.
Pure chance. I could just as well have killed her, or the inspector. McLevy might well be right. I should stick to a desk job.
My luck with women is fiercely bad.
Perhaps you should get a border collie. They're very loyal.
I had higher hopes than that.
He said, "It is not good that man live alone. Let us make him..."
And I now pronounce this wild woman and her gentleman of fortune man and wife.
You made a better job than the minister, Mistress Brash.
Thank you. Well, Donald, how does it feel to be a married man?
Tell you in the morning.
You behave yourself.
Ow!
Now, away and get me another drink.
My pleasure, Mrs. McKeever.
Hannah, sample to you.
I expect you'll be moving out then.
Not a hope. Donald can share my quarters at the back. There's a bedroom, a kitchen, a water closet, but more could he desire.
Indeed.
Anyhow, as soon as he sniffs a big card game somewhere, he'll be off like a shot. And I like my home comforts.
You don't mind that he'll come and go?
No. I thought to try and alter him, but well, there's no point in changing people, they just change back.
A lot of truth in that, Hannah.
Annie McManus, you take your hands off that man.
Come and rescue me, Hannah.
I'll do just that. Leave him alone, he's spoken for.
James McLevy. How long have we known each other?
I was a constable. You were on the streets.
How romantic. And in all that time, Jamie, you have never asked me to dance.
Me? Oh, no. I haven't got the knack.
You would deny a lady her preference?
The music never appeals.
Jenny Pearson.
Aye?
You promised me a song.
The lethal in it.
No less. Come along now, you know the melody. Strike it up.
Charlie is my darling, my darling.
Well,
my
James,
darling.
it's a Jacobite air.
And that being so, I cannot deny, Eugene.
Monday morning, right early in the year, when Charlie came to a tune, the young Chevalier. Charlie is my darling, my darling, my darling. Charlie is my darling, the young Chevalier.
Very kind of you to come, Martin.
Not at all. The least I can do.
You must not be concerned on my behalf.
But you stand accused of attempted murder, Mariana. Jean Brash and my own inspector.
They both deserved it.
That may be a matter of opinion, the judges in particular.
I am in no doubt.
Forgive me, but when you decided upon this course of action, did Did the spirits tell you? Voices in your head?
I am not out of my wits, Martin.
I must tell you the truth about your mother, Mariana.
Please do.
She was guilty of murder.
How so?
The Countess hired a man to kill Jean Brash. He murdered a young woman who worked for Jean. When the inspector arrested your mother, there was no plot against her, simply the law in operation.
But Jean Brash was behind it all. The root cause.
I don't see how that's possible.
She attacked my mother, made war upon her, drove the poor soul to such extremes to save herself.
That is no excuse for the taking of another life. She broke the law.
What if everything you feel inside yourself is against the law, though you feel it to be right?
Then you must suffer the consequence.
I am prepared to do so. Goodbye, Martin.
Goodbye, Miss Eagle.
In one thing, the inspector was correct.
What was that?
I have not yet heard my mother's voice from the world of spirits, but I shall one day, and then I will be lifted above the law, above everything that constitutes this small, petty life we lead. I will be transcendent.
Goodbye, Mariana.
At the wedding, I spied Lieutenant Roach in a corner looking most ill at ease, collar stiff under his chin to protect him from the whirling magpies of the just land. I thanked him for his marksmanship and suggested that he might come on the saunter with Mulholland and I now and then. He went to shake his head and then stopped for a moment. I could have sworn I saw the light of battle in his eyes. Then I danced with Jean Brash. We'd both cleaned ourselves up by that time, so all I could smell was her perfume. The lights fell away, the sound faded, and all I could see was her face before me, green eyes glinting as we spun round and round to the distant sound of a Jacobite air, like two ghosts dancing through eternity. Aye, well, it's traditional for a bride and groom to give the best man a present. Now, what did I get? A linnet in a cage. I thought to put it out on the slates, but it doesn't fly good, and there's a multitude of cats out there. Keep it close for a while. Another mouth to feed. Spring is a bugger, is it not?